what you know about me? Oh, what you know about me? Oh, what you know about me?
Hey, y'all, welcome back to another episode of More Than the Title. I'm your host, as usual, Jarrett Thomas, Chief Revenue Officer at Outside the Box Digital. And you know I got my brother, my brethren, your favorite CEO, Chadeo. What's good, baby? What's the
Hey,
vibe?
man, I'm alive, man. But I just got one question for y'all, you know, the fans, and I got one question for you too, Cuzzo. You know what I'm saying? You know the question.
Did ya miss me?
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? My guy was out there in Jamaica, you know what I'm saying? Making it happen, man. Shit, you want to talk about the trip? Fuck.
I mean, we could talk about a nigga almost didn't make it back, B.
All right, man. Let's get into the intro. Let's get into that. Let's get to that.
This is about to be another one-man show, man.
Woo, we gonna get the shit now. Get to the shits. You know what I'm saying? Before we get to the shits, we got a lot to talk about today, y'all. For first-time listeners, this is a different segment of More Than the Title. We do this differently. This is our real talk segment. So this is when we talk about current topics, trending topics, anything popping, impacting the culture, what our take on it. You get our reaction. And we also gonna give y'all a chance to pull up live and come fuck with us, give us your opinion and all that good stuff. So we're gonna get into that. But shout out to y'all, the followers, subscribers across every channel. You already know this is gonna be our second biggest month in terms of views on YouTube this month. Well over 60,000 views, y'all. We killing it right now across all platforms, growing and glowing because of y'all, man. I can't tell you how much we appreciate that shit. Real talk.
Nah, man, we definitely appreciate the love. Once again, I say it all the time. Without y'all, there is no us. Without y'all, there is no us. We do it for y'all, and we appreciate you guys showing us week after week, month after month that you're supporting what we're doing, right? If we start to do something that y'all don't like, please speak up about it. Say something about it so that we don't continue down that path of whatever behavior you guys don't like. But if we do something and you guys are showing that you are supporting it, you know, by liking it, commenting, you know, commenting and things of that nature, then we're going to keep going in that path, man, because this show is for the people, you heard?
That's it. Don't get it twisted, y'all. You know the topics we're going to bring to y'all is from people who are successful, celebrities. We're going to give y'all regular shit behind the scenes. We're going to give y'all real talk. We're going to show you what it takes to do this shit. And that's what it's about, man. It's showing y'all what it takes to build something successful, to build an empire, y'all. And that's what it's all about, man. As we speaking of empires, shout out to our distribution partners, Alive Podcast Network. So if you want more content from Black content creators like More Than the Title, make sure y'all download the QR code. Half of your subscription goes back to the content creators themselves. Nobody's giving it up like that. And once again, it's the first Black-owned, women-owned podcast network in the world, y'all. So shout out to Angel and the entire team. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the home team. You know what I'm saying with that?
You know, I call her the boss lady. You heard? Shout out to the boss lady.
Fact though. Yeah, you should have it. My horn at. My horn ain't cute. My fault, y'all, because it's Thursday. I'm acting like it's Tuesday. I haven't partied in a week. I'm a little rusty, y'all, but as we go on, we'll get better. You know what I'm saying?
So Thursday's the new Monday for you? Thursday's normally Mondays, motherfucker.
I ain't partied in a week. I'm feeling crazy.
Wait, it been that long?
That's what it feels like. It's been a week. Last Thursday. Morgan was when you was in Jamaica. Morgan was the last episode, and even that felt weird because you wasn't there. So I'm like, shit, I forgot to do a pod solo. So I'm like, nigga, I forgot what the accent shit was, little dry spots and shit. I'm like, you're waiting for your question and shit. I'm like, I had to adjust mid-time, real time, y'all. So sorry, y'all. Fucking been a while.
Your rhythm was off.
Rhythm was off. You know what I'm saying? But we still rocking and popping. You know what I mean? With that said,
let's start the show.
Popping. So we got no guests today, man. Talk about it, man. Let's talk about the vacation, my guy. What the fuck happened? What happened out here?
So the crazy shit is, you know what I'm saying? Everybody know when we
nigga say he almost ain't make it though.
All right, here we go. Let me put the disclaimer.
Wait, can I set the table too? Because I also text him 2 days into the vacation on Instagram, like, nigga, I ain't see a plane takeoff pic. I ain't see a landing pic, no luggage pic, no room pic. Nothing. I'm like, I'm starting to think this nigga ain't even there. I was like, yeah, did you really go? If you wanted to do something, just say something.
Yo, you know the norm. You know the norm is, you know, the outfit, the airport outfit, and you know what I'm saying, and the room pics, and you know we show what we doing, right? So I should have known something was going to go wrong because the airport outfit was right, nigga. Was right, getting compliments all through the airport, but the pictures wasn't coming out.
The picture was a picture?
I didn't. Nah, you know me. I don't put up the blurry pictures and be like, nigga, it's blurry, but you get the picture. I hate when people do that shit.
You got the strangers to take the pictures? Who the fuck?
Nah, you know, but just sometimes, you know, you know what it is for me. In all transparency, I don't really feel like I'm photogenic. You know what I'm saying? Like some people get to off guard and it'd be like amazing. You know what I mean? Some people just one shot and they done. Like I could take other people's pictures, but you know, for my pictures, I'll be having to take like 15 and to get one good one. You know what I'm saying?
That's fact, bro. I'd be like, yo, this shit I ain't no. Like, yo, this one is even better than that one. Nah, I'm like, what the fuck, bro? I'm dying, nigga. We gonna miss the plane. Let's go, son.
Right. So you know, we took the pictures or whatever. And then you know, we got something to eat, and then you know, we boarded the plane. So all that shit was smooth. Got there, you know, had the the VIP service with my name on it and all that. Yeah. That was cool, right? Now here's where it starts to get crazy. So you know,
it gets crazy. Everything else sounded mad smooth.
So full disclaimer, right? You know, full disclaimer. You know, again, the views on this show is hours and hours alone. We don't promote anything. It's just hours and hours alone. But, you know, when we go on these trips, you know, sometimes people, first of all, we're going to Jamaica. So, you know, people smoke weed in Jamaica. I don't smoke weed. But, you know, the Eddies was there, whatever. So we all get on the bus and we take the Eddies. Now, here's the disclaimer about the Eddies. I didn't get a chance to go to the dispensary and get the ones that we normally get, the gummies and all that. So right before I go to the airport, I'm driving around like hold on.
Not the off-brand Eddie.
Omar said, hold on. Omar, what we holding for? You jumping in, Omar?
Yo, Omar, what happened, dog?
Omar like he know the story. Omar's my fucking guardian angel. I don't give a fuck, nigga. We brothers for life, my nigga. That nigga was like, that's my man. I'm gonna stick beside him.
I'm riding with my guy.
So I'm driving around, backtrack. I'm driving around at fucking 4 a.m. before I pick up Omar to even go to the fucking airport, looking for a 24-hour spot to get the Eddies, bro. Everybody like, you're not gonna find a spot. You're not gonna find a spot. Found the spot. Got the Eddies. I'm like, oh nigga, we lit. Not paying attention to the motherfucking strength on the Eddies.
But you went to like a smoke shop?
Nah, nigga, you know it's the Bronx, nigga.
Everything is a smoke shop. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. If you went to the side store,
smoke shop.
Yeah, nah, they gave you some K2 edibles.
So I what you call it, right? So we get them, boom. So normally we take between like 50 and 100, right? You know the size, 50 and 100 milligrams. The pack that I got 2 packs. Each one is 5,000 fucking milligrams, which means it's 10 pieces in each one. Each one is 500 fucking milligrams, right? Now, so I go, all right, let's do it. We're gonna split these in half and, you know, a quarter, whatever. So Omar was French fries from last year. Omar was French fries from last year off the 100 pack. I had to carry this nigga like I carried my bags. He was French fries. He took a whole one. So I looked at him for a little bit like, well, he's the weak link normally. So if he could take this shit and survive, it's not that bad. I took a whole one. Homie took a whole one. The girls and them, they took halves. Boom. If anybody know Eddie, it's like a roller coaster, right? You go up, 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 up. You hit that peak, you feel that punch, and then you like, oh shit, that's it. And then it's euphoric on the way down. So we laughing and joking on the bus, and the motherfucking first punch hit me, right? Boom. So I'm like, all right, let's go. Now I'm in the laughy giggly stage, right? I'm in the laughy giggly stage. I'm laughing, I'm giggling and shit. Then the second punch hit, and I'm like, oh shit. That was harder than the first punch, right? That's a fact. So now that shit kind of slow motion me. So I'm sitting there like slow motion and shit. We get to the hotel now. As we walking with our bags to the VIP check-in, the third punch hits me. So this shit is still punching. It's still going up.
Wait, so this was on the landing?
This was on the plane, on the bus to the hotel.
Oh,
okay. Now I'm looking at everybody like, is anybody going through what I'm going through? Everybody good. I'm the only one going through this shit. My nigga. We get to the VIP. We sit down. I tap Omar right. I think it was Lenny, my man Lenny. I tapped Lenny and said, call a doctor. But before I even signed the paperwork, nigga, I was like, call a doctor, right? So now I'm looking around and Omar like, nigga, you good? I'm like, no. That might have been too much, right? So now I can feel this shit, right? So long story short, yo, Long story short, right? In my mind now, I'm ODing because now I'm sitting there and I'm sitting there and it shit is still punching, but I feel like it's too much for my system and I feel my system shutting down. So I'm like, yo, get the nurse, get the nurse, get the nurse. So they get the nurse. Yo, how about this? Yo, shout out to Jamaica for almost letting a nigga die before I even had some money. First of all, I've never been to a hotel in my life that tells you before they administer any type of medical attention, the nurse is separate from the hotel. How about that?
What?
How about that? You know what I'm saying? Yo, shout out to my nigga Ron.
If I pass out on your fucking property.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Yo, shout out to my nigga Ron, man. Ron was in Jamaica with me, man. We did it big, man. Big BX energy. Ron know what it is, man. Yo, so the nurse came to me and said, yo, before we could treat you, we separate. It's gonna cost you $60. So mind you, I'm like, bitch, I'm
like this on the nigga.
What you waiting for? Yeah. So I'm like, what you waiting for? So I gotta give her my debit card to charge $60. She put the oxygen on me. Yo, I swear to God, man, this is where this shit get crazy. And listen, I'm gonna tell everybody like this. I'm not laughing, I'm not joking, but in my experience, I coded 3 different times. They had to bring me back. Once I recovered through the whole shit and understood what happened, that shit was the most trippiest, craziest experience. If you could sell that experience, like the death experience, that shit would be like a trick. That shit is I jump out of perfectly good airplanes. I ride motorcycles, 4-wheelers. I done fucking been across seas in the Marines. I done did some of the craziest shit in the world, and nothing compares to dying.
Yo, so wait, nah, you gotta break that shit down. So, nigga, you talking about you literally just passed the fuck out?
No.
Like,
So what's happening now is, and again, like this is on some like movie shit, right? Now, once the nurse comes to me, she put the oxygen shit on me. She put the oxygen mask on me, put my finger in a little fucking joint, right? She like breathe. So so the way I'm looking at things is this. It's like a movie. I understand everything that's going on, right? And I'm trying to communicate what's going on to everybody else, right? But sometimes I can't speak, right? So now the nurse is like, breathe. The first time I feel like I coded, I experienced suffocating dying, like suffocating. So I sat there and I could feel my body slowly shutting down. So how I could do all of this slowly but surely, it was like boom. So you ever go to like
that's crazy.
Watch though, I'm explaining this shit to you. You ever go to like self-storage and you walk through the storage by yourself and the lights come on like motion detected as you walk and then the lights turn off as you leave? That clicking sound. So that's exactly what started to happen to my body. Systematically, I could feel myself losing motor skills, losing this, losing that, right?
That's
so
crazy.
The first thing I did was, it was a table in front of me with glasses. I pushed the table out with my leg. I pushed it. Hey, yo.
Like the second vacation, I don't go with this nigga.
My man E joined in. He said, yo, Chrissy, I heard about my guy. Yo, don't do me like that, E. I'm telling this story right now. Your man almost died in your home country, B. So I know something's about to happen. So with one leg, I pushed the table out in front of me, right? It had glasses and stuff on it because I didn't want to fall forward and hit my head on the table. Now I'm sitting on the couch and my book bag is there. So you see the way I'm moving, slowly but surely, I start losing the ability to move. It doesn't hurt. None of the times I coded, it hurted. None of the times. I could feel exactly what's going on. I just couldn't do anything about it. So I started to sit still. And as I started to sit still, I felt my body tighten up. So I thought I had a stroke at first because then the whole left side of my body went numb. Then the whole right side of my body went numb. Then I told Lenny, I said, yo, that's it. Because I could feel what's going on. So I'm like, yo, I'm shutting down. Like, that's it. So I moved my book bag with a little bit of strength. I moved my book bag to the right. And they like, yo, why you doing that? I'm like, because I'm about to take my last breath and I just want to lay here. I don't want to hit my head on the table. So niggas is like, yo, stop playing. So now the nurse, like in the movie, right? In the movie, everybody's walking around me checking in, right? Everybody's checking in, but nobody's paying attention to me. Only Lenny and Omar. You understand? Like everybody else is kind of like doing like they can't see me type shit. Now, this is where the paranoia comes in, right? They put the bracelet on me. They put the bracelet on me to check into the hotel. So they're still checking me into the hotel. Omar fills out the paperwork and gives me the paperwork. So the paperwork is a big sheet like this, and then on the bottom it's like a little disclaimer, like, you know what I'm saying, like a little extra.
Yeah.
So he like, yo, gang, I filled it out for you. All you got to do is sign it. But I look at the bottom part and it just says, if your bracelet is stolen or lost or something, we're not responsible. I thought Omar was trying to steal this bracelet. I'm like, nigga, I ain't even dead yet. And you trying to take it. So I wouldn't sign the paperwork. I can't do the paperwork.
I will not give my jewelry to Omar. I love you, but we're not.
I said, nigga, you trying to rob me already. You my man. So I wouldn't sign the paperwork, right? So he's like, gang, you got to sign the paperwork. I'm like, what does my bracelet have to do with it? What is my bracelet? I'm like, I'm bugging out, right? So then I peek over at his signing sheet and it says bracelet too. I'm like, nah, they knew I was gonna do that. It's a conspiracy. It's a conspiracy. They out to get me.
Oh, my nigga was fried.
So at this point, I'm not signed into the hotel. I got the bracelet on, but I kicked the paperwork, right? Now, so now it starts to progress. And the first one is suffocation, right? I can slowly feel my chest start to close and it's starting to be harder to breathe. They got the oxygen on me. And as you can see the oxygen flowing, in my mind, the oxygen started to flow black, meaning like the carbon dioxide that I was pushing out was now flowing backwards and filling in the mask, which started to choke me, right? At that point, I told Omar, yo, get a towel for me. He said, for what? I said, because I've just lost control. I felt like my respiratory system and all that, I've like lost control of all of that. Now, this the craziest shit about all of this, right? Is as I'm going through this, my sensors are super heightened. Like if you've never felt your body before, like you feel it in this moment, right? I feel every fucking system in my body working. I feel the electricity. I mean, this shit is, it's almost like some superhuman shit. I can feel everything. I push the bag to the side. Yeah. I feel my chest go like this. You know how you go in the water and you get water in your ears? Yeah. I feel the air come out and all I can hear is the nurse saying, stay with me, stay with me. So I keep looking at Lenny and Lenny is like Morgan Freeman. This nigga, so Omar is leaning. So I'm sitting here on the bench facing this way. The nurse is in front of me. Omar's to the right of me, but he's leaning on a counter like he can't watch what's about to happen. Lenny is sitting next to him like this and he just looking at me. No emotions. And then it's the way the nigga's talking to me. He like, yeah, you know, some decisions gonna have to be made, you know, but you know, do what they say, listen to them. You're gonna be all right. I'm thinking this nigga prepping me for the pearly gates. I'm like, damn, B. So I'm not panicking. They'll tell you I never panicked. I'm just bugging out. Like, yo, I've been through the streets, I've been through the military, I've been through all this shit, and I'm gonna get taken out by Eddie. So I kept looking up and I'm looking at God, like, really? That's the best way. That's the best way I could be like, really? They gotta survive all this shit, and you gonna take me out with an Eddie in Jamaica? I didn't even get a chance to enjoy Jamaica. Boom. So now, right now, you know, like. We're young, so we're vivid, we're strong. But as you get older, your bones and stuff get frail. Yeah. So the next step was once my body shut down and I couldn't move anymore, I felt frail, right? So I didn't piss on myself, I didn't shit on myself, but I felt the system let go. They put the towels there, but nothing happened. At that point, I started talking to Lenny a little bit. He said something, I did like this, and I was like, yo, tell him I tried, I did my best. At that point, I felt myself take a final breath, and I just went like this. Boom. Right out. They took the oxygen mask off me, start beating on my chest. The nurse, yo, come down, come back. Start beating on my chest. Boom. Brought me back. I get back up. Now I still can't move, but now they got me back, right? Yeah. So now I'm sitting there and I'm like, call the fucking ambulance. Like, clearly you see what I'm going through, call the ambulance, right? Then I start shaking, like, because now I don't have no motor skills. My body's just like shaking like this, shaking. Nigga, they call the ambulance. The ambulance, before the ambulance come, they like, yo, before the ambulance comes, we gotta let you know that that's a separate fee from the hospital. Now I could be dead already, right there. I could be dead already, and they're still trying to charge me before they administer any type of health services. So I give them my debit card. They charge me $525 before they would put me on the gurney in the ambulance to go. So Hayes wants to know, did I stop breathing? Or just pass out? So
that's how the fuck would you know? Yeah.
No. So to answer you, Hayes, from my perspective, I stopped breathing. I felt myself take a final breath, and then I went out. because obviously they had the oxygen tank on me, but I wasn't receiving the oxygen, so they had to beat on my chest and then get it back, right? That's the first one. The first one I call it suffocation. The second one was drowning, right? So now when they put me on the gurney, after they done charged me $525 to fucking save my life, now they're trying to, so wait, before we do that. So Lenny is like, again, like, you know how some family members are sick in the hospital and then you wait and then they say like they're waiting for somebody, they're waiting for a kid or somebody to come see them before they go, right? So Lenny keeps saying to me, yo, wait for Milky, wait for Milky, wait for Milky. So this after they revive me. Now, mind you, no emotion from this dude. So I'm looking at Lenny like, nigga, are you ushering me to the gates or what are you doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's crazy.
Yeah. So, and mind you, as I'm going through this, like everybody can see in full color, 360 degrees or whatever your field of view is. But for me, as I'm going out, everything is darker. You understand? Like the scene is closing. You understand? So the second thing that happened was now, boom, they put me on the gurney. Wanda, Milky come down. Lenny's like, that's his sister. So I'm thinking they're gonna sign the paperwork and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He comes down and like, nah, I'm his friend. I can't talk, but I'm like, bitch, you're supposed to say you my sister, because now if you're not family, you can't sign nothing, right? So they talking to her, whatever. So they throw me on the gurney, put me inside the ambulance, and this nigga Omar gets in with me like, nah, I'm riding all the way with him, blah. Now I didn't know how far the hospital was from the hotel, because my time, my perception of time is different at this point, right? Everything for me is like slowed down. So we in the ambulance, I'm strapped to the gurney, and the only thing I can see is my feet, the nurse next to me on my left, right? Like in the ambulance, and the snake in the health emblem through the windows. You know how they got those emblems on the window?
Yeah.
So as we traveling, she's talking to me, and then I see it. The light. So this shit is following the ambulance like this, right? Swear to God, they'll tell you this shit is following the ambulance like this ball of light. And then all of a sudden, the shit comes up to the window like this, and then jets off. When that shit happens, I look at her and she's like, same like Lenny. She's like, yeah, you just got to let it happen. Da. At that point, I felt my lungs I felt like something punctured my lungs, and I felt like blood started to fill up my lungs. And then that's when I started to experience what drowning feels like. Now, mind you, I'm experiencing all these ways of technically, let's say, dying, but they don't hurt. I understand what's going on, but it's not a painful thing. It's just it's happening thing, and you can't do nothing about it thing. Because I'm strapped to the gurney like this. Once again, I start shaking. Same thing. Once my lungs, I felt like got up to a certain point, boom, right out again. Then the nurse is back there doing whatever she did, got me back. That was the second time.
Before you continue, for all my smokers out there, they're probably thinking the same shit. You might as well put it in the chat. Where the fuck you get these edibles from? now I got to know. Hey, it's our birthday. We about to pass the fuck out for our B-days. When he's bugging,
hold on.
I gotta try it. Show the packaging one time. Y'all can thank me later, y'all. I know y'all was thinking it. Y'all can thank me fucking later.
I'm gonna get them for you right now. I'm gonna show them to you, right?
All right.
So now they pull me out. So we finally get there. They pull me out. I'm still on the gurney like this, right? I'm still on the gurney, and I'm still on the. Oh, matter of fact,
this shit need one.
We have a reason to.
Now this shit need a slow one. Ridiculous. The second fucking vacation I don't go on. This is what happens. And I knew something was wrong, bro, because when I ain't see a plane pic, I'm like, something's off, B. Something's off when I ain't see a plane pic. And this nigga talking about he saw the light before he even heard a song.
Now watch me. So just to answer your question, for anybody that want to know, these are the Eddies right here. You know what I'm saying? This is one. So you can see the 500 and the 5,000. I can't hear you, Mass. You on mute.
I said leave those alone and let me fuck with those.
So look, here go the other ones. Here go the other ones, right? Same thing, but just a different flavor, right?
For instance, electric Riz. What the fuck?
Yeah, yeah. So the ones we took was this one, because this one is the fruity smelling one. So I'm gonna show y'all how big it is, right? They're really tiny. Look how tiny that is.
All right.
This little shit is 500 right here, right? So boom, right? All right. So now they pull me. She said, Mika said, not the light though. Mika, let me tell you something. You've never heard me talk like this ever.
Crazy.
You know, I don't even play games like this. I'm telling you what I've seen. There is no debating this shit. Everything, when I tell you how heightened my senses were, right? Yo, hold on, Hayes. Listen, though. Listen. Hayes, you shut the fuck up, because you fucked me up with the first Eddie that I took in life, motherfucker. Had me stuck in the bathroom 45 minutes.
Kind of been a fetal.
So then I blame your ass for this shit anyway, though. So they took me off the so they got me on the gurney now, right? And now I'm like, oh shit. Once I seen the light and I felt like I coded, I'm like, oh shit, I'm dead. I'm feeling like I'm dead, right? I'm like, oh, this is the morgue. I can see the morgue. I'm like, oh, they about to chop me up, right? I'm like, damn, it's crazy. Now, mind you, when I'm going through this, I told you I understood everything that was happening. So I paid them the money to take me. I took out my phone, but I didn't want to call nobody because I didn't want them to see me go through something like that.
Gotcha.
You understand? Because remember, from my perception, I'm dying. I don't want nobody to see me dying. I'd rather you just hear about it and, you know, y'all do what y'all got to do after the fact. But I didn't want you to kind of see me going through that. It makes sense?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Because I had my phone out. I had my phone out, but I didn't want to call nobody, right? So so now, before we go to the third one, I just want to tell y'all this, right? They say your life flashes before you in that moment. My life and my eyes never flashed. Okay, that's not what I experienced. What I experienced is calmness, extreme solitude and calmness. So imagine being in a world where everything is loud, everything is noisy, right? Like a movie, and then like in the Matrix, somebody snaps their fingers and then you're automatically in a vacuum. That's what I experienced, right? In the moment, every time where I feel like I'm coding or about to code, it's a vacuum. You understand? Where it's only you, whoever you're looking at, right? Whatever you can see lastly in the moment, and your thoughts. I didn't get any visions, but it's so like serene that you start to think about, okay, so understanding, like, everybody knows that we're gonna go someday, right? But you don't know when, right? Imagine not only knowing when, but experiencing it, and somebody putting an exclamation saying, no, nigga, right now. You're going now. Like, not tomorrow, not in 20 minutes, now. Do you understand what that kind of does to the psyche in the moment?
Yeah.
That's what I experienced. So in the moment, I'm just saying to myself, like I said, I didn't really think back on my life and be like, yo, I got regrets and I wish I could have did this over. And a lot of people ask me like, yo, what, you know, now that done happened, what would you change? And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, like, I wouldn't really change anything. And I'm gonna tell you why, because I stand by the way I live my life. Like, I don't have any regrets. Like, I feel like I live my life righteously. I take care of people I love. I support people, and I live a righteous lifestyle. So when you live like that, you don't really have any type of regrets, right?
Message.
So now that I've gone through something like that, you know how like big and, you know, some people like, yo, I'm ready to die. Like, not to say I'm ready to die, but I understand, like, if I go, I understand, like, it's not going, like, I've already done what I needed to do. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It makes sense?
Yeah, it's shit went a morbid start, but I'm with you. I don't know the live. This shit kind of got me sad, nigga. I'm with you.
But I'm just saying, like, I didn't feel regret though. You dig me? I just was a little confused on, like, damn, like this. I'm like, I thought I had a lot more to do. I thought you was gonna leave me here for a while to get busy and set them. You know what I'm saying? It's just more like, really. I'm feeling like a one-on-one conversation with whoever I thought was listening in the moment, because I ain't gonna tell you like I seen Jesus or anybody like that, because I didn't. The only thing I seen was the people that were immediately next to me, but they were in a vacuum. So as they're talking to me, all I could hear is just their voice. Make sense? Like the Matrix, right? Everybody else walking around me, I can't hear them. They don't see me. They're walking past me. Only the person like Lenny or Omar or the nurse that's right next to me, I can only hear them. So like with the nurse, all I can hear is stay with me, stay with me, stay with me. My finger kept falling out of that thing. Put your finger back. Oh, you're getting the oxygen. Breathe. Listen to my voice. Stay with me. So that's the only thing I can hear. Now, let's fast track. They take me out the gurney, take me inside the room. You remember the movie Beetlejuice?
Hell yeah.
You remember when Beetlejuice finally dies? He's in the waiting room with the guy with the little head, and he got the number. Yo, when they wheeled me in there, it was the same color and everything. So I'm like, oh, it's over. I'm in the Beetlejuice waiting room. Yo, on guard. I'm like, oh, I'm in the Beetlejuice waiting room, right? So I'm like, yo, I'm in the Beetlejuice waiting room. So I'm like, oh, and again, it didn't make me afraid because I seen the movie. So I'm saying to myself, oh, this is the Beetlejuice joint. I'ma be a hype. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna wait for my number, and I guess, I gotta, go for judgment, and this is how I'm feeling, right? So boom. Hold on. Let me just make sure I rock this out. Okay, bet. So now, right? So now I'm in the waiting room, and the final time it happens, right? I'm still strapped to the gurney. And the nurse comes in and puts and she's talking to me, but she won't unstrap me from the gurney. You understand? She won't unstrap me from the gurney. So she's saying like, okay, what do you want to do? Whatever the case may be. And I'm saying to her, like, what do you mean what I want to do? Like, what options do I have in this fucking time? You know what I mean? Like, I'm lost, right? You understand what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm lost. Like, what do you mean? What do I want to do? Like, so she's like, but it's the same thing. She's like, just let it happen, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just
like, let it happen. Let what happen? Just let the high happen?
No, remember, in my mind, I've either passed in the moment or I'm dying again. You understand what I'm saying? So nobody ever said to me, you're gonna be all right. None of their nursing staff, nobody was like, yo, you're gonna be all right. You're gonna be all right. You're gonna be all right. Nobody ever said that to me. You understand what I'm saying? Nobody ever said that to me. The only thing they said to me was, let it happen. That was the general consensus every time. Just let it happen, let it happen, let it happen. So boom. Now she puts the thing on me, right? So she like, yo, just take a deep breath, blah, blah, blah. Omar's sitting there. Omar's not saying nothing. He's just looking at me like I don't know what to do for you. Like, I don't know what I could do for you. I don't know what I can, like he don't know nothing. Yeah. Okay, boom, right? Now, this is where it get crazy. So now I'm looking left, I'm looking right. There's people just sitting there. There's other people in the beds. I'm like, all right, this is the Beetlejuice waiting room. Beetlejuice. Boom, right out. The lady come in. I guess the machine, I guess my finger went out and they heard the whatever. The lady come in again. You know what I'm saying? Put the shit on me, whatever, blah, 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 start messing with me. And then puts the thing on my arm to start pumping, to take your blood pressure.
Yeah, the blood pressure shit. Yeah.
That. So now, but I can't move. I can't do nothing. I can't breathe. And I could feel, so now in this version, so remember, I went through suffocation, I went through drowning. Now I feel like my body's like mummifying, like, because it's just tightening up, getting tight. And I could just feel everything kind of like sticking together like this, like a mummy. Like there's like everything's trying to like stick together like that. So Omar, I tell you, I kept like doing this. Because I can't breathe. I can't do nothing, but I'm trying to keep my tongue going through my shit. So my mouth don't fucking close up. So my mouth don't close up, right? So my mouth don't close up. So I'm like, I bet. So now, wait though, we almost there. So now, so he looking at me like, yo, gang, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? And I'm like, yo, like, I gotta keep doing this to get some air, right? But I can't really talk, but I'm just like, like making like gestures to him, right? Okay, boom. Now, Okay, what happens? Okay, so now, right? I'm like, all right, now the machine starts to beat. You understand? The pressure, you know how the pressure expands your arm and lets go, right? Now, at this point, I can feel my heart beating very softly. So what I did was with my last, what I'm feeling like a little bit of energy is I synced up my heart to the pumping of the machine, right? Like this. So now in like 2-3, remember my time is different. So for me, it was like a couple minutes. I started to get feeling in the left side of my body. Then after a couple more minutes, I started to get feeling in the right side of my body. And then eventually I just sat up like this. Right?
Nigga did
So
the
now
Undertaker.
Yeah.
Nigga, that's what I saw. Like the doom, niggas pop right up.
Yeah. So once I sat up, everybody looking at me. So they went and got the nurse and they ran back in there. It was like, oh, da, da, da. You okay? And I'm like, I'm out of here. So I started taking the shit. I'm dead ass. So I started taking all the shit off, right? And they like, no, you can't leave. You got to be under observation and this and this. And I said, first of all, you charge me $60 just to see me. Now I'm flipping. You charge me $60 just to see me. Then you charge me $530 just to bring my ass down here, and you ain't even that shit. They like, oh, we're gonna give you an IV, and then no, what you gonna try to do is rob me from my bank account because how much the IV gonna cost me? How much a needle gonna cost? Y'all niggas ain't giving me nothing. You ain't doing no more. I ain't even enjoyed this trip, and I'm almost 700 in. Message. Y'all niggas, right?
Yeah.
So now, mind you, right? Okay, so now, mind you, right? So after that happens, right? Now I start. So I say to Omar, I say, yo, Omar, I'm alive, right? So he like, no. I said to Omar, yo, what you doing here? So he like, what you mean what I'm doing here, gang? I said, I know I crossed over because I feel like I coded 3 times. I'm like, I know I crossed over, but when I left, you was still good. Like, what did you do to get? And then you beat me here. What the fuck did you do to get here before me? He like, nah, gang, you alive. I'm like, I'm alive. He was like, yeah. I said, get the fuck. I broke down because I'm like, there's no way I'm still alive. There's no way I'm alive. There's no way you're lying to me. This is the Beetlejuice room. You're trying to make me feel comfortable. I've already accepted it. Don't lie to me. He's like, nah, you alive. So I pull out my phone and I start recording my reaction to me being alive, right? I'm gonna play it. So I'm loading it now. I'm gonna show you my reaction to me realizing I'm alive. So I'm like, yeah, I'm alive. There's no way I'm alive. Like, I don't believe it. I'm like, there's no way I'm alive. So now they put me in the wheelchair and they like, we gotta monitor you, but they keep trying to stick me with this fucking needle. And I'm like, nah, y'all niggas, y'all not doing nothing.
Came back to Jamaica to the resort like Tupac after the corner. They came through the wheelchair and
that's a fact.
Ready to party.
So now, oh, like, yo, gang, we got to get back. So we waited like a little bit to call like the ambulance. Not an ambulance. We had to call a taxi, right? We had to call a taxi to get me back or whatever the case may be. And then hold on, let me do this real quick. Hold on, give me a second.
Nah.
So we had to call a taxi. So when we get back, everybody's looking at me like, yo, you good? You alive? Like, and then it was like the welcome like that. So, you know what I'm saying? So then I came back and then that was that. So everything after the trip, I ain't gonna lie, like, we had a good time. We had a really good time. But for me, it was more of the contemplation of me being like, yo, I can't believe this just happened.
I'd have been like, first of all, why the fuck is it just owing this nigga in the joint? Y'all sitting here at the resort having drinks and I'm over here doing this?
Yeah. That's what it was though.
That's nasty work. I don't like that.
Yeah.
That's nasty work. I love y'all, but that's nasty work.
Listen. So
Nasty,
so when I asked them like, yo, what happened? Why y'all, what happened? They was like, yo, the edibles had everybody high. The only difference was they was trying to just like, they was so high they was stuck. Make sense?
Nigga, I know that, but shit, right. It can't be that stuck.
I'm just telling you though. So they was like, yo, we was just trying to lay down. Blah, blah, blah. So, like that, right? Okay, so it's uploading now. All right, so let me let it load up. I'm trying to dump it down so we can see it full screen. So now we in the hallway, and I'm still looking at because he pushing me in the fucking wheelchair, and I'm like, yo, seriously, bro, like you don't have to sugarcoat me, like, yo, I lived a good life, I'm good. If I transition, like I'm good. He like, nah, gang, you alive, like, and I'm like, nah, bro, it's no way. After me feeling like I coded 3 times that I seen the light and all that. I'm like, nah, bro, I done. Shout out to everybody that has had a near-death experience to that extent. That, and I'm gonna say it again, like I'm not being funny. I'm not being funny at all. I'm a thrill seeker. I'm an adrenaline junkie. I've never experienced anything that just explodes the senses and gives you an experience like dying. Like I'm telling you right now, that shit takes the fucking cake.
Well, how do you know? I kind of feel like that though. How do you know it was dying and not you just hallucinating this?
But because, okay, so let's talk about that. While the video loads, let's talk about that, right? Okay, hold on. Let's put it up. Dot put up something. Despite being used by nearly 50 million Americans in at least 2019, there are no deaths recorded from the overdose of marijuana, according to the Drug Enforcement Agency. Okay. Yeah. I mean, so
no, I would think it's like an overdose. Like it's like you also mentally. I know people who need the Narcan. Or like mentally, you just be like, oh shit, I'm high. I gotta do it. So when she's saying let it happen, I'm thinking she's just saying let the high happen. You gotta just like relax and just realize that you're high as fuck, and you just gotta keep going through it. But like for you to say you saw the light, felt it, like you know what I mean, you coding, like that's a lot, bro.
That's all I can tell you is again, right?
Yeah.
All I can tell you is obviously I'm high as shit. Obviously.
Stupid high, crazy.
But remember what I said to you. I said to you, I felt everything that was going on with me, and I tried to communicate it as best I could to everybody else, right? So when I told Dot, or when I told you that, hey, listen, man, I felt like I suffocated the first time and I passed out. That wasn't a hallucination. Everybody seen me pass out. Gotcha. You understand? Like they had the oxygen mask on me. And then they took the oxygen mask off of me, and then was like, "Yo, this is what happened." You understand what I'm saying? Bring up the other joint. He said, "Let me try to get the video. Hold on."
A cannabis overdose is unlikely to be fatal on its own, but has played a role in deaths from heart complications, especially when combined with other substances.
Wait, what is that? What is that?
It said a cannabis overdose is unlikely to be fatal on its own, but it's played a role in deaths from heart complications, especially when combined with other substances. Main question, Doc, are you trying those?
No, my thing to Doc.
I think with Ruben, I agree with Ruben. I think it was a bad fucking trip.
So my thing is, I'm not saying it wasn't a bad trip. Like I said, I'm not. My thing is, like I said, I'm not arguing with nobody, right? I'm just telling y'all what I experienced. You understand what I'm saying? Of course it was a bad trip, but what I'm saying is for them to have oxygen on you and you go out from some oxygen, you understand what I'm saying? And you got oxygen in your system, that's something completely different. You understand what I'm saying? That's not a trip. That's me not getting oxygen. Imagine somebody giving you oxygen and you still like, you understand what I'm saying? Like you got a beat on your chest and all that. I don't want to say, hold on, we're gonna load this up. I know everybody gonna laugh at me, but it's okay because this is what we doing more than the title. You know, we share everything we go through. We're gonna keep it real all the way through. So I'm gonna load these up. I'm gonna load these up.
And we're gonna get to the shits after. We're gonna have some fun too. Yeah. I gotta laugh. My nigga got me sad.
Nah, hold on. You gonna
got me sad. No more vacations.
Nah, you gonna laugh in a minute when I load this shit up. I'm loading them up right now.
Let's see what the.
I wish you had other content. You told the story with the brother. Shut up. All right, here go the first one. Here go the first video right here of me. So let me. How you say like story mode? This. Let me lead y'all up. This first video you're about to watch is me when I woke up and finally got off the gurney in the hospital, and I still think that I'm in the Beetlejuice waiting room and I'm dead. I don't know if I'm alive. I think I'm dead, and I think that Omar is trying to trick me to get me to transition mentally so that I don't become like a spirit. You know how they say like some spirits are angry you don't want to cross over, you stay behind. So now, I'm thinking like, you trying to talk to me so that I cross over and I don't fight it, right? All right, here we go. Here go the first joint right here. There's no way.
Yes, wait. Yeah, the fucking hospital off of 180. Yo, don't eat that idiot dick, son.
There's no fucking way. Never.
Nigga, look.
I'm alive, bro. Nah, nigga, I seen the light.
Nah, nigga, you bugging.
Nigga, you bugging. I seen the light.
You talking about?
Time ain't moving, man. Where we at, man? I ain't even breathing. Oh, hello. This is heaven, right?
No.
Yo,
Nah, son. Nah, but nigga. Nah, son.
Yo, I ain't gonna tell no lies, bro. What we listen, more than the title. We told y'all before, we transparent. We gonna show y'all the good shit. We gonna show y'all the bad shit. We gonna show y'all the ignorant shit. Well, so y'all ain't gonna never say that we only show y'all one side of the fence, man. That was me when I woke up. You heard what I told him? No, you bugging. I seen the light, motherfucker. You ain't gonna argue me what I seen. Ain't no way I'm alive. That's me arguing with him. Is no way I'm alive. I said, this is thank you, cool. I'm like, nigga, this shit is heaven. It's gotta be heaven. Cause I'm like, I thought I was in a Beetlejuice waiting room. I ain't gonna lie to you. Right? All right. So the next video I'm gonna play for y'all, and this one is a little shorter. But now, mind you, though, wait though. Why did I do that? Remember what I said to you, right? Remember I told you the last time I felt I was dying, I was mummifying and everything was closing up, right? So when I woke up, everything is so dry, I don't have no saliva. I'm like, so I'm trying to stick my tongue out again to get some air, get some water droplets on my.
Niggas are just droplets. You know, nigga thirsty. Nigga said you need a droplet.
That's a fact. Nigga would have died for a blue moon back then. Let's give me something, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So that's the first one. So the second one, I'm in the wheelchair. And I'm still thinking that Omar is lying to me. He's trying to trick me. This one is a little shorter because the nurse was like, I can't record myself because there's other people there. But I'm thinking she don't want me to record heaven and then show people. So here's the second one. Hold on. Let me see. There's no. Holy shit. There is no. Holy. That's a trip. Holy shit. Holy shit.
Sir, remember the privacy of others. Sir, remember the privacy of others. They can't be on video.
All right, there it is.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir. This nigga bugging.
And that is my death experience, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, I'm not arguing with nobody. I'm just here to give y'all my experience. And in my experience, I almost didn't make it back from Jamaica. And that is how it happened. And I recorded myself. And hey, I'm transparent, man. I'm human. You know what I'm saying? Shit almost took your boy out, man. You know,
this is crazy, bro.
It is what it is, man.
Hey, man, my nigga Doc trying to see the light next weekend. Yeah, shout out to all of them. We're gonna have a link in the comments. We promise, because we're gonna test this motherfucker out without him.
That is crazy, man. I'm telling you.
Doing that content, but we're gonna do it without him.
I will not be responsible, man. I will not be responsible.
Yo, man, we got my boy Mogul in the building too. Mogito.
Yo.
Mogito, what's the word? Cheers to the bros. You already know. Cheers to the bros.
I appreciate you, goddamn. I need a drink too. Shit, word up, man.
I don't even drink, but it's a special occasion.
Oh man, so special, man. So special,
I'm proud of you guys, man. I watch you guys from the beginning to now, and the growth you guys have, man, is phenomenal, man. It's definitely inspiration. If niggas ain't inspiration, or if they're not inspired, they hating. You heard?
That's real.
You guys are putting on, man.
Well, hold on. I don't want to say that. I appreciate that comment, but I don't want to say that. And just hear me out, whether you agree or not. Just hear me out. Mm-hmm. Everybody finds inspiration differently. Everybody finds inspiration differently. I'm just saying, like,
this is what I'm saying. Inspirational meaning how you guys put this together. It has nothing to do with me.
Okay.
I'm talking about inspiration about looking at how you guys are taking what you're doing and taking it to another level. If they can't see how you guys are able to take nothing into something and turn it into, then that's what I mean by hating.
I appreciate that. I appreciate it. Take that then. I can take that. Yeah, I can take that. Yeah.
Sure.
I could definitely take that. I appreciate that, man. You know, again, like look, man, I could have came on this show and didn't share my experience. But again, like if we're gonna be transparent, like I'm a Leo, bro. I don't believe in like halfway doing anything. I either do some shit or I don't do it. Like, you understand? So if we're gonna talk about what happened, then I'm gonna show what happened. I'm gonna be vulnerable because we asking our audience and people that come on the show to be vulnerable with us and share their stories. So I would be the biggest hypocrite in the world if I experienced some crazy shit and we allow so many guests to come on and share their intimate stories and I don't want to share mine and I'm scared to share mine.
I'm a little behind. What was you tripping off? Some edibles?
Some Eddies, bro. He said a 5,000 milligram joint.
Oh, those the same shits?
Yeah, that's what I said. You saw Hayes comment. I'm a nigga. What's up?
Hey,
yeah, we're gonna see what up with those. I don't know, my nigga.
It's crazy, man.
Hey, Jay.
But let me tell you something though, Jay. Sincerely, I appreciate the kind words. And let me tell you, it goes a long way, bro. Especially in days where sometimes we don't have the energy to do it, bro. I'm just gonna be honest with you, right? Some days are good, some days are bad, some days are really fucking bad, bro. But it's words like that, and that's what people don't understand about support. Support is not always monetary. We got to get out of that fucking mindset, man. Sometimes it's just telling somebody, yo, I'm proud of you, or you're doing a good job, or something like that, and you don't understand the effect that can have on that. That shit can recharge somebody's batteries fully.
One of those messages too, bro, from Tip. Shout out to Tip, yo. We love you, Tip.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
There's a heartfelt message on Sunday or Monday, bro. Almost broke me down, man. Just a similar.
No, as y'all should, because y'all putting on, man. Like I said, at the end of the day, I watch you guys and I cheer you guys on always from the sideline, man. And if I see y'all, I'll tell you how much you guys mean to the culture. You get Nobody's doing what y'all doing, and that's important. You guys have your own brand, and it means a lot. So continue to keep driving and pushing yourself forward because you don't know who. Same way you said, you don't know who's going. When you hear something, how it makes you feel. You don't know who's like you changing that day. You like, fuck it, I'm just going to interview this person and talk to him. Next thing you know, it's inspiring so many different people.
Yeah,
because you guys took the initiative step to make sure that at the end of the day showed up. So it is. It's just about showing up, man. It's all about
and I'm gonna say it. Let me say it on the show again, man. Yo, I love Omar to death. That's my fucking brother, man. Because through all of that shit, I've known Omar. And I've said this on the show, bro. I got family members that have done some of the most craziest vile shit that you could ever think of to their own fucking blood. And I say it all the time, man. Blood make you related, but it don't make you family. Family that act like fucking family, man. And when I needed my fucking guy, bro, he rode that shit all the way through with me, man. So from the bottom of my heart, you know what I'm saying? I want to say, yo, I appreciate you to death, man. Like that type of shit for me is you can't put a money value on that type of support, man. Like, because he didn't have to do that shit.
What I just say, it was a lot of people in that trip with nigga, like it's family. I like what? God forbid if something happened, you over there at the fucking resort, my nigga. Like, what are we talking about?
Well, with the ambulance, everybody can't come anyway, so I don't
take a cab.
Look,
we done did words for less.
I understand, but again, I don't, again, what they say, like these type of experiences make you reevaluate shit, right? I'm not reevaluating. I just choose to emphasize the person that showed up for me, not think about what could have been or who should have showed up for me. That makes sense, Jay?
No, not for sure, but I'll piggyback off Mads. My mom got sick overseas, and we was on a cruise. I think we had to stop in the Bahamas.
Okay,
and you realize how different the hospitals and the treatment is compared to the U.S. And even though I think some of the U.S. hospitals are shit too, just excuse me, that's my point of view.
Right,
but it's like you see the difference and the care. So it's always important to have somebody there. Because you never know, anything can happen. So shout out to O for being there to support you let you know that you was okay, that you
Yeah.
was, because sometimes that's what you need too to bring you back. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
you
I
tripping.
mean, see nobody or know nobody. The nigga that'd have been up.
And two, also, yo, shout out. I met a dude on a joint. His name was Bo. You know what I'm saying? He came on there. You know what I'm saying? He looked out for me. And Lenny, man, I will not discount what Lenny did, even though Lenny didn't show emotion. And when I asked him about it later, I'm like, nigga, you see me going through all that? He was like, yo, listen, when I seen you going through it, I was so afraid that I'm like, if I let him see my emotion, it's gonna make what he's going through worse. So he was like, yo, I was going through it because he's like, yo, I can't watch my guy go out like this. He said, but I felt like I had to be calm for you, and I had to like be that calming voice to talk to you, to kind of guide you to, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to Lenny, man. I changed Lenny name in my phone. That nigga name is Morgan Freeman Lenny.
You said Morgan Freeman.
Yo, he had the Morgan Freeman boy. I'll tell you, he was like, just let it happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how Morgan Freeman be narrating shit all the time. Like, he like, some decisions gonna be made, but you're gonna be all right. I thought I was about to get my wings, bro, or whatever, up or down. I thought I was going somewhere.
That's crazy, bro. Like I said, we will have a link for those. We will be trying those on camera, me and Dot. That'll be another episode.
No, listen. That's
wait. How many did you take though? How many did you take?
So I only took one. Took one. They're very small cubes, but each one is 500 milligrams.
Damn.
Yeah.
Shout out to you.
I might light one and take one.
You're different.
For shits and giggles.
Yo, you different, man.
Now, mind you, right? For all my weed smokers out there, I never smoked marijuana, right? I've never really, other than edibles that I started a year ago, or like a year and a half ago. I've never used any type of drugs a day in my life. I even just started smoking hookah like 2 years ago or something like that. Like, so you know, I'm kind of late to the game, so my body's kind of like purified, I guess, to a certain extent, other than the toxic air we breathe. So I guess that's why it hit me differently than maybe other people that might have, you know what I'm saying? It's like drinking, right? Like if you drink a lot, you can drink a lot, right? Like you can drink a lot and it doesn't affect you. Your body's immune because your liver's all like, man, nigga, we used to this. But for a rookie, you know, 2 or 3 shots and game over. You understand what I'm saying? So I feel like it had that kind of effect on my system. Remember, right? Any type of drugs or anything affects your system. It's all based on the overall health of your system. So I eat healthy. I meal prep. I don't really eat junk food. I'm in the gym 5-6 days a week. You understand? Like my system runs a certain way, bro. I don't drink soda and all. You understand what I'm saying? I don't drink beers. Like you understand? Like, so I guess to my body, that type of foreign substance and that kind of magnitude just completely overloaded me. I guess that's what it did, right?
No, it makes sense. You know,
Blue Moon is watching. We do drink beers. You shitting me in case Blue Moon is watching, and we will support and drink your beer.
Well,
they talking to us.
I don't drink beer, but when I'm with my cousin and if we at a venue, I will drink a Blue Moon, but not a lot. Like
wait, hold on. Did we go to AC and Chaz's Rip? Right? Yeah, we was at Hard Rock and we met in the resort.
That's margaritas and all that. I don't drink no beer.
Yeah, okay, you remember?
That's a fact. Yeah, margaritas. Yo, hold on. Our girl, Tay, you just missed the story of a lifetime, man. Tay just joined on Instagram. We love Tay. Tay, you missed my I almost died in Jamaica story, girl. You missed it.
Missed it. We about to get to the shit. I want to have some fun though, man. I want to talk about it. Where y'all want to go with this, bro? Because we can go mad different ways.
What you want to do?
Shit. First of all, you already know the top 2 news, bro, that dropped today. Okay. The Trump fucking guilty on all counts 34. We could talk about that real quick. And the motherfucking Diddy, the Rolling Stones article. Did y'all read that shit?
Okay. Let's start with Trump.
Trump is what?
Let's start with Trump.
He's guilty on all 34 counts.
As of 2 hours. As of 2 hours ago.
So what does that really mean? That doesn't mean
he's the first president to be found guilty of a felony and be facing prison time. So he get up to 4 years for these counts, right? The problem is they saying logistically, how do you send Trump to fucking Rikers Island for a year and have Secret Service there and all that and still service all the other inmates? Correct,
because he's the former president.
Let him do it home prison. They did it to Chapo.
No. Because is it federal though? Is it federal?
That's state.
Oh, see, if it was feds, he could go to Club Fed where Martha Stewart and all them was at chilling.
That's state.
But see, here's the thing: because he was a president, he gets Secret Service for life.
That's it.
For life. So I don't know how they logistically are gonna even handle that. Like it. Here's the thing, though. I want to know people's opinions on it. You guys could, tap in. Everybody has a different opinion on it. my thing is this. Trump has been facing a lot of legal actions. Here's the thing, right? I'm not saying he's guilty. I'm not saying he's not. What I'm saying is this. If you're not guilty of something, okay, somebody say you did something, you kind of pass it. They've been attacking Trump with too many different things. I'm talking from sex scandal to hush money to election rig. It's just too many different things to say you didn't do none of that shit, like nothing. Then, like, I'm just, you understand? It's almost like how many coincidences can you have before it's not a coincidence no more?
Yeah, but
I don't
it's
know.
like, you know, how I see politics is like they all throw stones and they all hide their hands and they all do the same shit. So it's like whatever they say Trump did, Biden did the same shit. You know? I just look at them all. Okay. I look at them all smoke and mirrors. You feel me?
No, but I'm glad. But I'm glad.
But I got a question real quick before you say that, right? Before you propose that. Can he still run for president? Yes or no?
Absolutely. You can still be a felony, be in prison. You just got to be over 35 and be a citizen for 14 years.
But here's the thing, though. I just got a statement to that. Is exactly what I just said. You just said they all do the same thing. So that makes exact sense to what I just said. I just said, how many coincidences can it be before it's not a coincidence? That's what I said. You see? So I'm not saying they're not all guilty. I'm just saying, like, bro, how many times can they accuse you of 15, 20, 30 different things before you're you know what I'm saying? Before somebody say, nah, you did some of that shit. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying they all ain't doing it. I'm just saying he can't be squeaky clean and be tied into so many different things. It's an impossibility. How?
That's a fact.
I'm just, you understand?
I just think anybody with power has skeletons. That's just the bottom line. Anybody and everybody with power has some sort of skeleton somewhere. It's dug somewhere. And what does it take for you to get there? You know what I mean? For me to get it out, bro. Like Trump, this could have an adverse effect, and I think it's not going to have an adverse effect. You saw a Dot's comment, right? It's an obvious witch hunt. His supporters are going to love him even more. It's going to fire his base up more, and they're going to want to support it because he's anti-system. He's anti-government. He's anti, you know what I'm saying? The system, all that shit, right? What he does with it is what he does with it. But I damn sure know Joe Biden damn sure can't put up with that shit. There's no way in hell he's going to be.
Yeah, but what message are we sending now? Let's say he don't go to jail. Let's talk that real shit.
Let's talk, bro.
It's the same message it's always been.
Thank you.
They do what the fuck they want to do.
That's what we're talking about.
There it is.
They do what the fuck they want to do. It's just another shit to us as humanity saying, shut the fuck up, we do what the fuck we want to do. Message. What you gonna do? What you gonna do about it? You gonna protest?
Yeah.
If he's locked up in the prison,
can you turn that light out behind you? You got a light on behind you. Can you just turn it out? Yeah, it's a big glare. If you could just turn that light out, that'd be perfect.
While you're doing that, y'all can continue. Let me just get another blue moon.
Yeah. So
let me get another blue.
Yeah, there we go.
It's better?
Nah, it's still on. It's still on. It's like an overhead light right above you.
Yeah, no, I see. I just gotta find a switch for it.
Yeah. So my thing to the people is, and again, like, you know, we're not gonna bullshit on this show. Like, what is it? Is it the fact that he was a president? Is it the fact that he's a billionaire and he got all this influence from the money? And there you go. It's out now.
All right, copy.
Now you perfect. Is it the fact that he has the money and the power and the influence? Because we already know what money does. It buys influence. It buys power, right? Yeah. And we're not going to jump around it. He's white. He's white. You know what I'm saying? Now, if he was black, would he have beaten all these cases if the same exact thing happened to a black president? Would he have beaten all these cases and all these trials before this one? And would he be afforded the same opportunities that they're going to afford Trump?
Well, here's the thing I gotta see. I gotta see how this Diddy shit play out, because if Diddy beats it, then he's the first black person that I can see that's, because everybody talking this shit about him. He still hasn't been arrested. They still haven't filed any charges against him yet.
But hold on. But that's an easy answer because it's the Fed. See, if it was the state, Diddy be already fucking arraigned and all that, and he might get the case thrown out because they fucking bumbled over their feet because they was too excited for the fucking arrest. Yeah. We know the Feds don't work that way. Right. We know when the Feds bring rate. Thank you. And that's because they do their homework and they take their time and they'll let you stay out. Remember, like,
I'll be honest, my theory is that Diddy's already in cahoots with the big whales. So I feel like he might have knew this day would come, and a lot of them have something to do with it. So I think it's taking a little longer for them to really bring this shit together, because I feel like there's a lot of hands in this pot, this little shit going on. You feel me?
But that's my
a
biggest
lot
problem with
going
all
on
of this
there,
shit.
man.
That's my biggest problem with the Diddy shit and all this shit. Like I read through that entire Rolling Stones article. It started from Howard. He was beating chicks' asses in the hallway outside of classes, bro. People pulling him off of women. That was shit that was happening before he got famous. Why do we allow that to continue, right? But even on a bigger note, we know they all been to them parties. We know they all fuck with him. We know they all been around him, and they all have skeletons too. So if you're gonna fucking pull a curtain behind this motherfucker, pull a curtain behind all that shit. Get them all the fuck out of here.
You want to be honest? My honest opinion, that raid was the fact wasn't so much to convict him, was to get the evidence because it's too much information about more people than just
Absolutely,
him.
Just like Epstein.
Yeah, you feel me? And
Absolutely.
Think about Epstein, right? All of them. What about that flight log that all of them been to the island before, right?
That didn't come out. That wasn't publicized.
It comes to a point where it's like, you could continue to be brainwashed, or you could look at the shit for what it's worth. I mean, at the end of the day, they do what they want to do, man. And it's like whoever goes down goes down. You feel me? If he dies, he dies.
Yeah, but I also think there's a lot of lessons in this Diddy shit, bro.
Right.
There's a lot of fucking lessons in this, right? And really, one main lesson that sticks out to me is what to do with power, bro. Like we all grind, we all have a certain, but when you get to that certain level, we could change somebody's life like this and abusing that power and know you could get away with it, bro. I put this shit up on the gram earlier, right? I heard Alicia Keys interview. She asked her like, "Yo, what is the biggest thing you're proud of in the industry?" You think she said a Grammy Award or some shit like that? She said, "Yo, I still got my sanity. I'm still me." And that was one of the realest lines ever, right? So when you think about climbing that ladder and you're that top tier, right? And you're representing Black excellence, imagine all the people he stifled, all the careers, all the fucking people he blackballed.
But bro, from what you're saying, right? That's what made him who he was.
That's the whack.
So when we talk about
right.
He got a track record, right? All those steps he took was him they allow him to do that so he can gain that power. Unfortunately, that's how I see it. I feel like if they say he did some shit in Howard, right, all the way to now, and now he just being exposed for it, no, they let that shit happen because at the end of the day, that was his way to fucking show, yo, listen, this is who I am. Because I really believe that's behind the closed doors. That's how niggas really get down, bro.
Yeah, but then everybody's to blame then.
But everybody not gonna get the blame. It's always gonna be somebody gotta take the L, bro.
Yeah, I definitely get it, but everybody's complaining. You was a fucking bad boy employee, revolt employee, whoever it is that's dealt with that shit.
Yeah, but look at I want to look at it like this.
All right, what's good? Talk to me.
We street dudes.
All right.
You understand?
Yeah.
A lot of street dudes that end up getting in trouble for whatever they get in trouble for, 9 out of 10. It's not the first time you did it.
Right.
It's the first time you might have got caught for it in that moment. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So I look at it like that, right? Like there's a lot of wild shit I did and got away with. There's a lot of wild shit that I ain't gonna say every, but a lot of human beings did and got away with it. I'm not saying it's right. I never did no type of shit like that. I don't beat on women. I don't play those type of games. Nope. Be clear. I don't give a fuck what it. I'd rather just leave you alone. There's too many women in this world for you to be doing that type of shit. I think that's a certain mentality. You got to feel some sort of way about your mama.
Right. There you go.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. Like, if you beating on women and you got such a nasty disposition towards women, we gotta actually look at how you really feel about your mother. Really what you went through with your moms, because that's not. See, I don't want to get too political on this type of shit because I know it's gonna be a lot of comments. But guess what? You know, y'all like to say that fathers cause a lot of the trauma, right? Fathers not being in the house, and shit like that. But you know what? A father not being in the house don't cause a man to beat on a woman. I'm telling you that, right? And that's not a father not being in the house situation. That's a you hate women because you whatever you feel about your mom, call it what it is. You're a bitch ass nigga. That's a fact. But I'm telling you, that shit is mommy trauma.
Right.
That's mommy trauma.
Right.
A lot of these serial killers that was killing all these women, it's not because they father. It wasn't because they father. It's because they mother.
Yeah.
That shit is documented. Like, nah, I didn't like my mother. Some of these dudes killed their mother.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, like, we got, I like to look at it like, in that regard, I think he did a lot of things that he was just fortunate enough. Not to say that look, I don't know Diddy's whole shit. I'm not gonna pretend I do. You understand? We used to go down to Daddy's house and do music and shit. So, I seen what I seen when I was in his type of spaces. But what I will say is this. The people that were around him either allowed him to get away with it or didn't, right?
Message.
Kelly, right? And this is before he got money, before he got famous. And behavior, and I always say learned behavior. Human beings exhibit learned behavior. So if he did it and got away with it in college or didn't get enough backlash to make him stop, then he continued to say, oh, this shit is all right. I can do this. And then it just kept getting worse and worse and worse. I think we just got to the precipice where motherfuckers are saying, okay, enough is enough, because now you're out of control.
Yeah. But it started with the early messages showed was that success erases a lot of mistakes. If you make money, it erases a lot of mistakes, bro. His first mistake, we was working at Uptown. If y'all read the article on Rolling Stones, he did a charity event. 9 people got killed at that event. It was too many people for the event. They couldn't hold it. They didn't have the police presence, and 9 people
I remember
died.
that. I remember that event.
9 people died at the Uptown event, and Andre Harrell was about to fire him there, but he's like, yo, you gotta lay low. And what he did was put him in the background for 8 months, and what he did was go work with Mary J. Blige and produce the fucking 411 album. Right. Once that skyrocketed, it was a wrap, bro. There was a couple of rape instances with him and Aaron Hall, with 15-year-old, 17-year-old girls that they documented. They got the pictures in the Rolling Stone with the girl sitting on Diddy's lap, all that shit, bro. So, but once again, promising the world, just like the casting couch, Harvey Weinstein, right? I can change your career like this. I can do like this. And then I'm going to insert myself so many ways in your life that you feel stuck, bro. Like she dealt with Kid Cudi, blew up the nigga car. Kim Porter did something. Went to Italy in a wedding, beat the dude down to a bloody pulp in front of his family, son. In front of his family. Just to show you that I can do it. And guess what? Nothing's going to happen. Why? Because I'm successful. I could beat your ass in public and pay $50,000 for it. You ain't going to do nothing.
But most of the time, that power means that I know somebody that's in position that I can get away with it.
Absolutely.
It. Absolutely. Oh, hold on. You get the motherfucker.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you feel me? So it's like at the end of the day, if I know somebody that's empowered, that has jurisdiction, it's like ain't nothing I can't do. You know what I'm saying? But I think at the end of the day, that shit just backfires on you, because now it's like a snowball effect. Now everybody's coming out about the situation. And that's the thing about humanity that's kind of like
corny.
Sucks, because it's like if you know this shit about somebody or individual, you know, why now you want to speak on it. And I know people are gonna say, and I respect it, you know, the time, or they're powerful, or we didn't feel like we had a voice, nobody would believe us. But listen, man, what's right is right, what's wrong is wrong. You know, you gotta be able to tell your story and stick to it. You feel me? And I think now it becomes more like a money.
That's it. And a clout thing, a money and a clout. Do what's right when no one's looking, man. Even if that means a sacrifice of yours. Yes, you're working hard, but guess what? Now you're at this big position. You allow all this bullshit to happen. And then you're not going to do any time. Might try house arrest, but definitely won't be going to jail. I don't know. I think they're going to slay his ass.
I'm going to be honest with you.
I don't think, you know what? I kind of feel what she feels. And I also kind of like listening to, like, I don't know. I follow Gene Dill. Shout out to Gene Dill.
Yeah.
He been saying this for like, him and Jaguar been saying this for like 2 or 3 years about like the whole concept of everything. If he do face some time, he might fuck around and just get out of here. Off himself kind of shit. You know what I mean? Hopefully not. But at the end of the day, I don't know.
I'm gonna be honest. Diddy's cool, but they crucified Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby, again, bro. Bill Cosby was the America's dad, bro. Like, right. If there was any other black man that had kind of raised to that point of like,
he ain't on Diddy level. I'm telling you, why I say he's not on Diddy level? Diddy was recording the big wigs with him.
I know.
It's a lot harder now. I don't think Bill Cosby, he wasn't that savvy. Diddy not no dummy, man. One thing I can say about him is making it a lot harder to get him because he's street smart too, right? Think about it. Put us in that position. Ain't you gonna cover your ass? No Diddy.
Cover your ass. This guy's right? Good. This guy. Good, this guy. You see how he?
I liked it though. I ain't gonna lie. I liked it. I really did. I know you covered your ass, but you know the people love it anyway. We just had to give you one. They love it. They love it. You know what I'm saying? But now you right though.
I mean, you gotta think about he's modern with this shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know, man. Listen, here's the thing. Here's the thing. What's not a joke?
Huh?
That hopefully the people that have been hurt by the situation, they get justice. Because that's really what it's all about. I'm not trying to kick a man down. You know what I'm saying? If that's something that he did and he participated in, at the end of the day, you know, the people that have been hurt by the situation.
Look what Hayes said. Look.
Yeah.
Imagine that. Come on.
And Kim Porter.
And Kim
Porter.
See, Hayes, what did I say?
And I seen a video the other day, no lie. They was getting on a yacht, and he confiscated everybody's phones, even his daughters. I'm like, nigga, what kind of time is you on, son? Like, yo, he's like, yo, Quincy, I know you got 2 phones. Give me those phones. Nigga, what is you doing when you got everybody's phone?
Yeah,
bro. What you're doing is you're getting your safety net, and you don't want nobody else to have any other proof of what you're doing but you. That's what that sounds like. Even family. That's paranoia.
Paranoia, leverage, a lot of things. He strategically placed himself where he is today, bro. He mastered and mapped this shit out. That shit gonna come to the light, bro. When that Keefe D trial come to join in November, if he don't get hit with this, he gonna hit with that, bro. Because he's already saying that he paid him $1 million to kill Pac. Now,
here's the thing.
Well, we know what they say he did the big too.
Here's the thing.
Come on, that's what I'm saying.
Everything ties in together. Yeah, everything ties in together. You understand what I'm saying? Again, I'm just saying it's too many coincidences to be a coincidence. The question is now, what's gonna stick? Look, let's use OJ as an example. Nigga, OJ beat the double body. OJ.
Right.
And enough wasn't enough. You know why? Because OJ felt like, whether he did it or not, now I'm untouchable type shit. Yeah. And you know what he kept doing? A bunch of just dumb shit. To eventually they had to put the brakes on him and be like, all right, enough is enough, motherfucker. And they locked him up.
Right.
Yeah.
And so that's what I'm saying, right? Listen, how many stories you heard about Suge doing wild, crazy shit, right? Suge got away with shit that he was doing for years until he ran homie over at the video shoot with the truck.
Let's talk about that anymore.
Let's talk about what you just said. Let's paraphrase what you just said. You said they got away with it, right?
Talk about it.
Are they really getting away with it? Or are they put on the timeline and say, you know what? We're gonna eventually pull the rug. We're gonna because maybe they're not getting away with the shit. Maybe it's like, you know what? We're gonna let you do what you do till we want to say, you know what? Get them out of here.
And they're building their case. They're building their leverage. So they got you in a bind to checkmate. And it's either going to do this or it's going to be this. And that's going to be the response, right? Diddy played his hand with so many corporations. Just look at the Diageo deal. Did you know before this deal, like, you know, they just paid him out $200 million for the De Leon, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, I didn't know they paid him out.
They paid him out $200 million cash.
Okay.
The De Leon. That was in the Rolling Stones article, right? But also he didn't own stake in Ciroc or none of that shit, bro. He didn't own that shit. He was just he basically like affiliate marketer.
Well, no, I think he was the we call that the like a spokesperson. The we call that like
but usually they give equity
ambassador.
Deals.
Was he like an ambassador?
But he was getting deals based off of, like, you know what I'm saying, like that sales increase. If we hit a certain target number with your name, then you get a certain target, you get a certain quota and all that shit. And he was getting bonuses. But he didn't own none of that. I think
all of this shit came out when he went after them. I mean, if you look at the timeline of when everything started to kind of go down here, the lawsuits and all that, didn't it start with the Diageo joint?
Yeah.
Didn't it start with him going after Diageo?
24 months, and that's when it really started.
Right, that's what I'm saying. But you understand, it just looked like after he went after Diageo, you understand, everything just kind of did like this. Boom. Like, okay, enough is enough. You understand? Like,
and they sued him for blackballing other black brands under their umbrella.
Right.
Because he was saying, and that's in their lawsuit, their countersuit, that he was saying, look, okay, if I'm going to be here, you need to give me certain spots, certain looks, certain this. If you give them looks, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do that. And what are you going to do when you're the bottom line?
Yeah.
When he's bringing in $50 million for this particular SKU.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of shit with that, bro. But once again, it gets with success. And it became out of control. And like shit like this, come on, bro. You can't, it's undeniable. They had that footage for years. You know that. And there's probably other footages. If they got that picture in the fucking Rolling Stones.
No. People got footage, but, again, let's just talk safety. You understand? Again, you're talking about a person that is almost worth $1 billion. And, with that's like God money, man. Like, you understand? They say everybody got a price. He could snap his fingers kind of a thing and, get money and influence and, leverage over people. And if again, look at the Sean shit. Look at the shooting at Club New York or New York One, Club New York, when the victim from day one was like, Sean never shot me, Diddy shot me. She has never in 20 years, she's never changed her story.
Right.
She has never changed her story. So again, like, you know, even when he got pulled over, when the car got pulled over, the bodyguard said it like, I wasn't taking that gun. Like, if you listen to the story, they're like, well, he tried to pay me with a $50,000 ring or $75,000, give me the ring and all this other stuff, take the gun charge for me. So again, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know,
it's a tough position to be in.
Yeah.
When you're starving and you talk about 100,000 or 200,000, your family safe. Oh, if he asked him for that, imagine what he said if you didn't do it.
Yeah.
That's the real question. What did he say if you don't take this motherfucker?
Well, I mean, you know.
Well, I'm pretty sure he was fired after that night anyway.
I'm pretty sure.
Talk about it. Talk about it. Didn't get any good jobs after that. You're blackballed. What do you do in the industry? What if that's something that you love? Like something. Blackballed.
I let you.
I said blue ball.
It's blacklisted.
But it's blackballed too.
I don't know.
You never heard of Mo, come on, Mo. You've heard of blackball in the industry.
It's blacklisted. You blacklisted as a business. You blackballed in the industry.
Okay.
No Diddy. No Diddy.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like,
no Diddy.
I was flowing with it.
You know what I'm saying? You're blacklisted as a business. You're blackballed in the music industry, entertainment industry. That's what they use. You feel me?
Crazy, man.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, there's a lot of people that suffered and careers suffered. I mean, let's just shit we can look at. Look at this artist. What artist from Bad Boy that's still alive that was able to kind of like, you know, be anything or have any life after they left Bad Boy?
Man, shout out to Bab. She's in the article.
No, Bab, but
shout out to Sis. She's in the article.
Yeah, but even the making the band and even all of them, you know what I mean? After they was done with Bad Boy, what you know what I'm saying? It was really hard for them to do anything with their career.
You know
the effect. You know the effect is like if you ain't make it. You know how they say if you can make it in New York, you can make it anywhere. It was like if you ain't really boss up. The only one I can say that really did it, and his music ain't speaking for him, is Mace. It's like after Diddy, right?
No. Well, now if we're talking full career, then it would have to be Usher. It would have to be Usher.
He wasn't signed to him.
Yes, he was. He was signed on the first album.
He was like his mentor. He was like his mentor.
He wasn't.
Didn't he executive produced the first album? Didn't he?
He was produced. He got some production.
No, hold up.
He wasn't. He might have been signed to his production company, but as far as labels concerned,
he was Arista.
To the same, forever.
He was Arista with L.A. Reid.
Yeah. But I'm talking about Bad Boy artists: Faith Evans, 112, G. Dep, Black Rob, Mace, Puff,
Faith
Locks.
Evans, yeah.
Maybe the Locks. Maybe we can give it to them. That still survived to this day, and they left. They had to leave.
Yeah,
they had to leave.
It's nasty work. So what do you think about the Biggie shit though? So you saw the other joint that just came out too. The Biggie's mom was like, "Yo, if she saw him, like she would want to smack the shit out of him." Just came out on Bowler Report. She said if she seen him, she would slap the hell out of him.
Do you blame her?
Of course not. I just wonder what those conversations really were like because everybody said that Biggie was going to leave, and I wonder if he really plotted that shit. If so,
no, he did. He did. And we had this conversation, me and my bro, 2 weeks ago. He had a deal for like 70, 80 million. He was gonna sign Cam. He had Junior Mafia. Him and Un had a deal for like 70, 80 million. Because if you listen to Gene Dill, right? Mm-hmm. I like him because I feel like he's like a fact check to me.
Yeah.
Right? He said he was speaking to him in the kitchen in LA and he was telling him, nigga, you got a fucked up deal. And he was like, yeah, I'm starting to see that. And he was telling the other deals he got. But let's just fast forward, right? Let's just say Biggie left, hypothetically, at that time, right?
Game over.
Is there any bad boy this, bad boy that?
No, there's no way out.
Of course not. Because no way out was an energy from a death that was able to carry you to sell those records.
And read the article too. He said a crazy it said a lot, bro. He was like, yeah, unfortunately, that was Biggie dying was good business for us. He said out of the 5 million sales the first week, 3 million was just because he died. And unfortunate, but it's still, you know what I'm saying? He said that, quote unquote.
But you want to go deeper down the rabbit hole? Y'all might not like this.
What's good?
He nice. He's super dope.
Who?
But would Jay-Z have the career if Biggie didn't die? Not saying he wouldn't have been nice. Not saying he wouldn't have been Jay-Z because he was still spitting at that time. But think about the void.
No, he definitely wouldn't be Jay-Z, but I don't think he had a part in that. I think it was more sinister on Diddy's part because he knew he was going to get the pub. And he knew he was going to get the posthumous sales. And do anything he could do in his voice.
I kind of beg to differ. I look at it like...
All right, talk to me.
I look at it like this, man. One hand wash the other, both wash the face.
Well, I don't know if y'all be watching that Jaguar right. She be going to fuck off, son. If you ever watch this shit.
Listen. We from the street, right? Right? Let's say, first,
talk to me.
We street and corporate smart, right? So at the end of the day, think about it. We trying to take over a block, right? We trying to take over an area. Fuck a block, right? You run a block. I run a block. Maz got a block, right? Or Maz got he has influence, right?
Mm-hmm.
If me and Chad say, listen, we gonna knock him up, take all that influence, come to us now. Because at the end of the day, it's like, you know what? Guess what? You got a voice. Who was the voice in New York at that time?
None. It was a big voice, bro.
It was really Biggie. I mean, we had Nas, but who was really the voice like that?
The King was big, bro.
It was kind of up in the air. I mean, it could have went to anybody. But when you knock somebody off of that statue, it leaves a big void, so it gives everybody the opportunity.
Yeah, no, absolutely, bro. It could be just like that, son. It could be. But after seeing this, you just realize there's a much more sinister game at play, bro. That's really what it is, right? And what to do, not to get drunk off of power once you get in that position, right? Like to put more people on and not abuse that motherfucker, bro. It's hard not to.
It's hard not to.
It's hard not to, bro.
Especially when you've been. It's like a boxer or athlete. He was conditioned to be that way.
Yeah, man. That shit was crazy. The shit that he was doing, bro. Imagine being in that office and all that shit. But then it makes me think about everything. Like everything's on the table with this shit, which is fucked up with everybody's brand that's associated with him, right? Like, what did you do to get this high-profile job? What did you do to get this position? What did you overlook or not look at and not say to get this role? And that's from across the board with all his brands.
Well, I mean, you got to remember when you have young men that come up from nothing and they get an opportunity, people take advantage of it. So that seems to be the name of the game. You know what I'm saying? What are you going to do to get this position? It's not what I'm going to do. It's what you're going to do to get in this position.
And that's the problem with us.
It seems like that's the math science behind it. Because it's like, think about it. We can even go back. What they say Russell Simmons was doing.
Shit's
What
crazy.
they say Andre Harrell was doing. Right?
They all do.
Yeah. So it
I
seems
want
like
to get them all the fuck out of here.
that's the claim to fame. Like, in order to get in this position, what you going to do that he's not going to do, that they not going to do.
And that's why the power is just real quick, bro. But that's why the power owned audience. So if anybody's listening, I don't give a fuck if you're a rapper, actor, whatever the fuck you is. If you have your own audience, you ain't got to fucking deal with that shit.
Let's be honest, bro. It's like that now. It wasn't
now.
Like
No. Now it's like that.
It wasn't like that in the 90s.
No. Without platforms like YouTube and all that shit, without your social media and all that shit is non-existent, right?
Facts.
But
so think about it. They didn't have that ability to say, I have an option. There is no option. You want to be in the music industry. What are you going to do that they're not going to do to get in this position?
No. And that was the past. But I'm just trying to say that's the lesson today.
Right.
That you don't have to. If you don't want to deal with that shit and deal with it on their terms, you got to go the hard way and fucking put in the work. You got to build your own motherfucking audience. You got to be up here when there's 10 motherfuckers, 20 motherfuckers, 30 motherfuckers. See it grow. You have to build something sustainable. Once we have an audience of 1 million people, who can tell us anything?
Yeah.
Who's going to be able to tell you anything when you can press the live button, this red button, go live and reach 1 million cell phones like that? That's mad power, bro. And that's what we need to be thinking about. And that's what we need to be doing, collaborating and building our own audience. get our stories told. Motherfuckers don't want to do that.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
I found the info.
You got a generation
Yeah.
of program. You got a generation of program people that still want to do it. You know, it's like, you know, why? Let me follow the guidelines. You know what I'm saying? Instead of creating your own.
And that's what we
You
got.
heard? I found the info. You guys was right. It says his first album he was actually signed to LaFace Records and Arista. Yeah, LaFace and Arista as a code label deal, and then Diddy executive produced the album. I thought he was under Bad Boy because Diddy shit was everybody just seen Diddy on that.
It was. You gotta remember who was the big dog there? Clive Davis.
Clive Davis.
He gave him the $10 million to start Bad Boy.
Yeah,
there you go. So think about take artists like TLC, how they got fucked. Excuse my French, but think about it, like how they was able, like, come on, they one of the biggest. I think outside of, they outsold Destiny Child.
Absolutely.
As a female group,
and pulled up in a RAV4 or some shit.
I think it's just bad for the culture. Here's the thing, man. Us as a culture, we've gone through so much, and the 1%, it's 0.1% of the 1% that's us. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So I can understand a lot of times why people allow a lot of this just outrageous behavior to occur, because they're like, yo, there's nobody else at this level. There's nobody else doing this. If we tear this one person down, what kind of ripple effect does that have through the entire industry? Because it supersedes rap at this point, bro. Like Diddy is a fucking mogul in multiple industries. It's a cultural ripple effect that now happens because now. What do you got?
Nigga said, I would have found the info in 20 seconds. Why didn't you just put it in? I thought he was reading the article, son. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I was trying to make sure I got it right, Shirley Strawberry.
I thought you was reading the article. I'm like, yo, that shit is a lengthy article. Let's continue the convo.
Nigga, that's what the fuck we got you for, Hayes. Nigga, you the fact checker, nigga. When we ask you some shit, you supposed to be on point, nigga. But I'm just saying, like, here's the thing, right? I'm not being funny, but let's talk about damage now. Let's talk about damage. Look at what happened, let's say, with Diddy and Diageo, this and that, on liquor now. The next person that comes up that Diageo may even think about, or any of these liquor brands might even think about doing this type of deal with. Now, what do you think they're going to reference before they even think about doing that type of deal or giving anybody else that type of opportunity? Look at what happened when we gave Homie the opportunity. You understand what I'm saying?
That's another message.
Doors now, even if this is not true, just by the allegations of the way this shit even sounds. Again, too many coincidences to be a coincidence. You understand what I'm saying? Just from that alone, how many doors have now closed to the entire community?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's why I say get them all the fuck out of here. Like, seriously, bro. The reason why, because look, he was supposed to be the statue. He's the bar for black excellence, right? Especially in the entertainment industry. That was the bar, right? Somebody's been through it 20 years, not many allegations, a few here and there, made it through, got out, all that other shit, right? But like, what does that do for people like you, us three right here, sitting here now, that's doing it the right way? What does that do? And that's what I don't want, because they all stifling each other. Those are the gatekeepers we talk about every week, bro.
Yeah.
Why we want them here?
I feel like there is nobody with a squeaky clean background.
No, absolutely, but not that type shit.
Yeah, but you don't got to be squeaky clean, bro. But listen,
when
we talk about a skeleton is a skeleton, fine, but there's certain shit you shouldn't be fucking doing. And it's certain shit that we shouldn't tolerate as a community. Because once again, it's learned behavior. Look at the music. Look at how music has changed. Look at the vision of the music videos and how everything has changed from back in the day, from R&B, love songs, making love, shit like that, to every, women is bitches. You got to look at the learned behavior. Now look at everything that's happening towards women and society in general. That you can't pull one away from the other. That shit is a direct relation of what they're pumping out. You understand what I'm saying? So that, like, the shit is like, you like, yeah, get them out of here. Okay, get them out of here. But once we get them out of here, now that hole that's there, does it ever get filled again? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
because the people that
I
allowed
think
them to
it
get
does.
to that level.
I feel like there will always continue to be moguls and entrepreneurs from all creeds. I feel like he's not the end all of the urban community or even just in general. I feel like millionaires are being made every day, especially now. I feel like the only thing we have is just for some reason I feel like it's just something that kind of keep us talking about things. But really you got people like you guys that are in the background shaking shit up, doing things to become or that are, I ain't even gonna say become that. You guys are moguls. I consider myself a mogul.
Right.
So it's like at the end of the day, it's like I just feel like Diddy's Diddy and the next man is the next man. And I feel like when you get your opportunity or you in position, you do your best to you know to live your best life. You know what I'm
I
saying?
know, but it's not that simple, bro, because like
Okay.
anything, right? Any industry, let's talk any industry. Any
Right.
industry on the bottom, the world is this big, this big.
Right.
As you start to climb the ladder, that world and that community becomes this big.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Because now, like we talk about like Walt Gear and all the people we bring on, it's only a handful of them. It's only a handful of them in that industry, in that position.
Right.
Now, you still got put in position by somebody else. Now, if you don't create your own, like we did,
Right.
and you're trying to just be a part of a system and grow until maybe you might create your own, what does that look like now? You understand what I'm saying? Like, not just a millionaire. You can't just say, yo, everybody's becoming millionaires. That's not what this dude is, bro. We're talking like in an era where technically black people didn't have own record labels or successful record label, like the label itself. You understand what I'm saying? We're talking in an era where, you know, when FUBU was
I'll
coming
be
out
honest with you. Hopefully this is
clothing.
the. But you gotta say we gotta scale back because if you look at Barry Gordy, he had the same track record. Everybody left Motown feeling like they got robbed. So it seems to me, hopefully that's the end of that bullshit anyway. Because all niggas ever got do is got fucked anyway. From
It never
Motown
will.
to
It
Yeah,
never
but
will because in
I
our
can't. Yeah,
culture, bro, the power, the gatekeeper, we are down for so long that when we actually get all of the pie and we could delineate it to who we want, it's overwhelming. It's overwhelming, especially if you have a good heart and you're just like, but imagine getting that shit 1,000 times a day, 100,000 times a day. Everybody wanting something from you. You feeling like a fucking animal in a cage, bro. Everybody just pulling at you, and you know it's for one fucking reason. I could imagine you would snap at some point. Not justifying anything, bro, because that shit's disgusting. I would never hit on a woman.
you know what? You know what? Mental health is important.
It is, bro.
If you know you're gonna take those steps to become that individual, then it's nobody's fault or your responsibility but yours.
Absolutely.
To do the right things to make sure that you can handle that situation.
But
it's no rhyme or reason to say we giving any kind of wind or space for somebody to do some shit like that. I don't give a fuck how much shit you got going on in your world. At the end of the day, you're responsible for your own actions.
No, absolutely, but in a situation it's like that, right? He has higher ups, right? Can we agree that Diddy has somebody that he's answering to that higher up? So what is he? What are they saying for him to do? What if they're saying, yo, to be Diddy, this is what you have to do. You have to cause trauma,
right?
You have to do all of this shit. You have to be the gatekeeper. We're gonna let you handle that, and you do what you do with it, right? But when you feel like you can fuck with us, we're gonna bring you back to size.
That's what I think happened, bro.
Of course,
that's what I think happened, man. I think you know, again, like I don't want us to always get away from the main topic of understanding we're still fighting for what we feel like we deserve in this world as a culture. Let's be clear, man. Like, as you know, like when Hov shot the show me what you got. Look, that shit in Monaco, and he first went out there. You know, Hov had bread, but then you run into dudes with for real money, right? Like Hov said, yeah, y'all holding money up to your ear on the ground. We don't call that money over here. So when you went to Monaco and you were showing off, and you know, niggas had to sit you down, like, homie, you small change money. Like the littlest dude in the room got 10 times what you got in the back pocket. You understand? So go sit your little ass down and calm down. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, we got to understand the game that we playing here still. Like, you know, we like new money to this shit. You know what I mean? And I still think like the power and the influence of these families and these people that control these corporations they're only gonna allow but so much. You understand what I'm saying? That I just, like I said, I just think it's bad for the culture. My thing is this, bro. You don't, as much as you did positive, if you get found guilty for any of this shit, bro, like I said, the damage that you will do will be 10 times the positive shit that you actually accomplished in a
I'll be
negative
honest
manner.
with you. Outside of the music and the credentials, what other positive shit they ever said he did?
He did the school. They just erased his name off the school, the charter
Yeah,
school in
that's a
Harlem, a
fact.
few different
That's a
things,
fact.
bro.
He did a couple things.
That's a business ploy,
No,
because
of
at the end
course.
of the day, that's a tax write-off. That's
Now,
you
I don't
gotta
want
do
to
something with that money.
again. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that.
I have to do that because if it's genuine and it's coming from a place, and you know that you're setting an example for these youth, then you ain't getting caught up in no bullshit. He was doing the same shit when he was opening the school. So you can't call it what it is.
I gotta agree with that. I ain't gonna hold you. I
At the
can't.
end of the
Yeah.
day, yo, you
When
can't
you're right,
say,
you're right.
"Oh, yeah, he over there doing something positive," but in the back door, you smacking the shit out of a chick or a female companion that he genuinely cares about, and he got daughters.
Sucker shit.
Come on, man.
Absolutely cover up.
No, sir.
Not genuine. Yeah. You
Sir, it's not coming from a place where it's like, I want to make a change. You're not making no change. You're taking the change and you putting it out there and you're making it seem like it's something that is not. It's cat, yo. So
nasty, bro.
You feel me?
I'm gonna tell y'all this, and I said it before and I say it again, man. Like anybody, we not angels. And yo, let me tell you something. I said this shit to O, right, on the trip. I said this shit to Omar. I said, let me tell you something, Omar. If you ever see me, Omar, you know what I'm saying? He'll fucking validate this shit. So let me tell you something. I consider you my friend now, but let me tell you what I look at as friendship. I said, let me tell you something. I don't look at no fucking one-sided friendship. I don't need no fucking yes man. I don't need no motherfucker to pat me on the back or big me up. What I need is a truthful motherfucker that's gonna speak his mind and let me know if I'm doing something that's wrong, pull my motherfucking coattail and be like, yo, homie, I don't think that's the right thing to do. I need a motherfucker that's genuine. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm gonna tell y'all, like, I'm telling y'all, like, fuck a skeleton, man. Yeah, we done did some shit, fights and shit like that. But I promise you, like, you will never ever in your fucking life hear me caught up in none of this kind. I don't care what price of success I gotta pay for it. I don't want it.
Double, bro. You can't. You can pull our coattail on anything. Check our resume. Check the Carfax. All that shit.
I don't want it.
I shit stamped.
I don't want it. You understand? Because I'm not. I told y'all before, like, I don't need to be that rich. I'm not selling my soul for something like that because I believe more in the community and the power of what we're doing. And with great power comes great responsibility. Not that you got to be perfect, but there's just some shit you just can't be doing once you shouldn't be doing anyway. I don't want to say you can't be doing once you get to a certain level, because certain shit you shouldn't be doing any fucking way. But once you start getting to a certain level, higher and higher, man, you really got to take that shit, with, like, seriously, man. Like, even with the pastor dude that's going back to jail, like, bro, the power of the church. You know what I'm saying? The pastor with all the Gucci and the Fendi and the Bentleys and shit, he going back to jail. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, like the power of the church, bro. Yeah, but I'm saying, what the church means to the community, bro, how they look at you as like a role model and a leader in a fucking community. And then for you to get caught up in some, you understand what I'm saying? Like,
women's pension.
You know what it is? You know what it is?
Bro, it's nasty, bro.
This is what I think, man. I feel like you got to be transparent all the way from the bottom to the top. So the problem that people get in these positions, that people feel like they can't be truthful and honest about their mishaps or things that they deal with on a day-to-day basis. Because I consider myself a leader, right? You feel like I gotta have this kind of status quo, or gotta be this kind of image to you where you don't feel like I'll fall short like you do every day, or I don't make mistakes like you do every day. And we gotta stop putting these people on this pedestal, making it seem like they bigger than life itself, when at the end of the day, yo, listen, I seen the pastors do the most grimy stuff outside. He ain't the only one.
Yeah,
he get caught up out there. But come on, mad pastors that was taking sneak peeks, looking at the ass and shit. And
again, but it's not about. I'm just saying, it's not about being infallible. We, as human beings, we're not perfect. We are always in search of perfection, but we will never get there. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm just talking about just down outright blatant shit that you know is just egregious, my guy. That's all I'm
I think
saying.
a lot
like,
of them, but I think the problem where it gets heightened is because of the fact that they put on this pedestal. I think that's really where it comes from, because at the end of the day, you're right. People are going to make mistakes, but it's the fact that everybody look at you like, yo, listen, you Chad, like you the man, like you I can't see you do no wrong, you know. So we got to stop putting people on pedestals, and we got to treat people for what it is. You know what I'm saying? Yo, listen, you know different than me. You put your jaws on me like the same way I do. You feel me? And there's some things you're better at than me, and there's some things I'm better at than you. And that's where we need to form partnerships. Where you start putting these people like, yo, you know, what can I do to serve you? Like, you already start.
But that's the problem, because
wrong way.
But that's the problem, because them niggas is constantly selling. It's constantly an image. It's constantly a brand, bro. And I think that's the way you break through. You got to show everything.
Right.
Like him showing you, bro. Like you showing the fucking the bad trip. That's real. That's real. You know what I'm saying? That is motherfuckers that had the same trip. I'm getting text messages right now about it. Like, yo, nah, he had a bad trip. He bugged out. That shit was crazy. I'm getting text messages about it right now. Like, but that's real shit, though. We have to show that because we just real. That's what it is. We go through relationship shit. We go through real life shit. Some days are fucking crazy. We come here and say everything, bro. And that's what it's about. That's why the people can take you off the pedestal, because I feel just like you.
Well, guess what? And you can't get exposed because I expose myself.
It's the 8 miles. The
right
rabbit.
That's the key. That's the big rabbit shit.
Me if I'm exposing myself.
That's it. And see, and I think if we start moving like that, right? If we start moving in a way where we like, yo, I fucked up. Listen, I didn't blame nobody. Be clear. I told you I went and fucking got the motherfucking edibles, and I drove and I bought them, and nobody gave them to me, and nobody forced me, and none of that. I took full responsibility for my actions. Now, like I said, when it happened, I didn't bug out and be like, I didn't blame nobody. I just was like, okay, I didn't expect it to be like this. But the thing about it is, when you transparent, bro, and you like, I've already accepted the crate. See, that's the thing though, Jay. See, the shit I do now, even the shit I did then, you can pull it out, because it's like, I say this to everybody, right? Like, you know, hood shit, right? You walk in my hood or you walk in any hood, everybody got almost the same exact thing to say about me. I already know what you're going to say about me, because I already know the shit that I was doing. You understand? But what you're not going to hear about me is all that crazy shit. What you're not going to hear about me is all this egregious shit that other motherfuckers are doing. So that when you get to that point where you know your skeletons is like this, like, nigga, it's a skeleton. All right, pull it out. Who gives a fuck? I already said that. You ain't got nothing to worry about. It's that other crazy shit that motherfuckers be doing that, you know what I mean? So I don't know, man. Like, you know, Trump, it's power, bro. You know,
both of them,
power,
they both tied together. Both stories.
But Trump, Epstein, you understand? Weinstein,
yeah.
It's all the same thing, bro. It's money, it's power, and it's influence. You understand what I'm saying? When you have the ability to, R. Kelly, when you have the ability to change somebody's life by snapping your fucking finger. By snapping your finger, bro, that is like God level. That's like God on earth, bro. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm talking like we talk about small change, right? To people of that type of magnitude, they can change your life and not even blink. Like, for the fucking price of what a motherfucker pay for another chain or the next Rolls Royce he's gonna buy, you could change the course of 2, 3, 4 families' whole lives, bro. Message. Without even, that shit ain't even a tax write-off at that point. That's like pocket money that you're going to spend on live on a Sunday. You understand what I'm saying, bro? So when they know you can do that type of shit, yo, people will believe in whatever dream you're selling them, because they know that you have the ability to instantly or make it happen without question, bro. And that's what we got to change right there.
I think we got to also, to piggyback, bro, we also got to just change. Fuck the gatekeeping, bro. I when we get there, bro, and I'm putting it out there, I hope motherfuckers hold me accountable. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna hold you accountable.
I want to hold up. Nah, that's real shit. Because I just want to change a motherfucker's life because it's Sunday. Not saying I could change everybody's life, but if I could connect the dot for you, I'm going to do it. We do it now. We do it, bro. We do it right now.
We've been doing it.
Been doing it.
That's a
we
fact.
do it right now for no bread. We just gonna connect the dots. So you wasn't even thinking about this. It's already set up. The call's on Thursday, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, just do it. You know what I'm saying? And you make something happen out of that. So that's how we're going to be, bro. I want to be able to change motherfuckers' lives and help people succeed. I don't want you to have to go through the hoops and loops that we going through. The hard work, like, I want you to work for it, but like the hard work that you and I are going through, bro, that all three of us are going through, come on. It's not necessary. Yeah. And that's why when we get there, you're not going to be able to untangle it. You're not going to be able to break the foundation because it's going to be built so solid that we're going to have people that seen from 4, 10, 40 to 400,000 views. And they were like, yo, nah, they were solid. They were the same way on day 1 than they were on day 762.
That's a fact.
And we're going to win that way, bro. That's the formula for us.
The only way to stay that way is you got the power of influence.
That's it.
Because remember, like he said, right? You always going to be, once you start leveling up, you're going to get around people that are much influential and more powerful than you. You can't adapt their ways. You gotta just stay. There's some things you can learn from. I don't want to say stay the same, but there's some things you can learn from them, and there's some things you gotta just stay to your core. People get lost in the sauce because at the end of the day, they're like, "Yo, listen, I gotta change to become this," and that's kind of really the message. Like, "Yo,
but when is enough, Jay?" I'm asking you personally, right? And we ask people, it's like, "What's the mountaintop?" Like, when is enough for you, right? So you're striving for success, right?
Right.
When is enough for you to get to a level where somebody's like, all right, Jay, fuck the Illuminati, fuck all that bullshit. We just talking regular shit. You get to a certain level and somebody say, yo, Jay, check this out. You've been rocking. Oh, and you right here. Now you want to get here? This is what you got to do. When do you draw that line and say, yo, I'm not willing to do that? Like, I'm good where I am at. Well, or do you take it and say, let me try to be the scapegoat. Let me get there, right? Hopefully, I ain't got to do nothing too crazy, or I could, I don't get in trouble too much, and then I can open the door for. Like, how do you deal with that? You know what I'm saying? Like, what type of decision are you gonna make when that happens?
I feel like I don't have to get to that point to know how to get further. I feel like you got to know the tools and the resources that get you to wherever you got to go, whether it be 10 million, 50 million, 100 million, or 1 billion. So to have that conversation with somebody that's in that position, I'll just more so be talking about what your portfolio look like and what you got going on, because we're in a capitalistic society where it's like, you know what, over time, if you're smart enough, you let your money make you money.
Message.
You have my coach over here, Tay Sweat, right? That's my coach.
Right.
That's one thing. That's one thing we talk about: how to let your money make you money. And kind of once you understand the formula of it, it's just like anything else. How do you go from? And I hate to use these terms. It's cliche, but how you go from a dime bag to an onion to
QP.
A QP.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. The numbers is the math, right?
Right.
Math is the math, bro.
So it's gonna take structure. It's gonna take discipline. So if I gotta wait till I get a certain level and be like, oh, am I gonna do something strange for a little change? It's like you an idiot at that point if you don't know where you at in your GPS. You feel me?
Yeah, that's real shit.
Hey, said, what's all three of y'all fuck you amounts? What's your fuck you? What's your fuck you amount?
Well, yeah, that sounds poor.
I think fuck you money is at a level where whatever you want to buy in cash, you can buy 3 times.
Okay.
And that varies. So it could be cars, it could be houses, it could be equipment. I don't know. But if you're asking for a certain monetary amount, for me it's hard to say because I ain't there yet.
I ain't there. For me, it's simple, bro. I want to do what I want when I want with the people I love, bro. That's it. If that's 5 million, I'm cool with that. If that's 1 million, I'm cool with that. If there's 10 million, if it happens to be 100 million, I'm cool with that, bro. I just want to do that. I don't want to fucking have to slave and work for somebody. Somebody tell me when I could fucking go on vacation, when I could go see my son play baseball, when I want to do anything, bro. That's what I want.
But as an economic, or if you look at the economy, we know $1 million ain't what it was.
Facts.
5 to 10 years ago. So we know moving forward,
$1 million ain't what it was a year ago.
Absolutely.
A friendly fact.
1 year ago.
You feel me? So we already know we got at least be up in that 7-8 figures, or at least 8 figures by the time it's all said and done. Because
I'm gonna be honest with you. My shit ain't that high, bro. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I've already had that fuck you moment, Hayes. Like, be clear. Like, I've walked away. Yo, look, I told this story before, Jay. I worked construction 20 years. I built my house on one job. It took one job, and I built the house over one job. It was the same job that I built my house on that I walked away from. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's a fucking that. And anybody that dispute that, I invite you to come on, because a bunch of my dudes done came on and validated that shit already. And that one job right now is about to expand. So you in New York, Jay?
Jersey.
Bet. So in Queens, the job was the casino.
Okay.
The casino, the resorts world, right? So I was a part of building that initially. I built my house on one fucking job, bro. We was working like 100 hours a week. The bag was stupid. And I still walked away from that job because my boss was shitting on the other workers and doing a bunch of stupid shit. And my bag was right, but they bag was wrong. You understand? See, I was in the 100,000s, but you understand what I'm saying? It wasn't the millions, but I'm just showing you, like, my value is very low, bro. Like, I'm
hold on. We got
Tay,
bro in the building. Bro in the building. Hold on. Give him a horn, my God.
Big homie right there, bro. Yeah.
Hold on, family. What's good?
Hey, what up,
I
boy?
spoke you up, coach.
That's
It
a
literally
fact.
just hit you. Just said your name like 5 minutes ago,
Yeah.
bro.
Man, it's all love, man. Look, I talked to my guy earlier. He was like, bro, if you can drop in. I was like, bro, I got like another call. I said, but I'm gonna come for like 5 minutes. He was like, if you could do that, I said, bet, I'm there. So literally, my guy Jay Mogul was gonna be out. Like, bro, I'm there. So what's good, bro? How y'all doing, man?
Hey, and we was just talking about, the state of the world, say, like, what's going on with, Trump now that he got found guilty. What do you think gonna happen with that? What do you think the ripple effect is gonna be just culturally from the whole thing going on with Diddy to the, the black and brown community? Just real shit, you know what I'm saying? And then we also talking about, like, just being a stand-up human being. And I'm gonna say it again, the word is human being, man, and us not doing all this egregious shit to each other. You know what I'm saying?
So
and all that.
That's a great way to segue, bro.
Yeah.
Because Tay, a successful black man,
yeah,
not gatekeeping. You actually put on for people. You put on for courses. You help people and you empower other people, bro. Like, I don't see you doing some Diddy type shit, but like, how do you dictate the opportunities that you give out? And I think we had this conversation the first time too, kind of similar to it. But when you seeing stuff like that, like, you know what I'm saying? What do you think about all that, bro?
Man, that's a good question, man. And I'm gonna say this for the whole Diddy situation before we get there. This can be an issue, man, in the future, because if we don't get a public display of Diddy getting snuck by somebody, this shit is gonna cause a ripple effect with men. Some men are gonna think they can get away with this shit in the future. Nobody's handling business, right?
That's a fact.
So I think it's a slippery slope, man, because people, back in the day, when we were growing up, man, you did some shit like that, you got touched up.
Absolutely.
People will get you. And so, yeah, man, I think this could be a very pivotal point for that, man, for sure. So I definitely think there's some sucker shit. You never really seen him do that to anybody, any man, right?
No. But
so,
listen, I want to piggyback on that. I think that because of the generation we live in now, you have less masculine men,
right,
and they're more feminized, and it has everything to do with everything. Food has every. So it's like yeah, back in the 90s, he's walking around with got his head knocked off, but it's different now due to the fact that we live in a different time, and it's like it's unfortunate that people are not accountable. You know what I'm saying? Even his peers should have pulled him to the side, like, listen. If he was gonna do a sorry or whatever, I would have had my peers with me, like, listen, not only do I owe it to you guys, I owe it to my daughters.
Now, but that wasn't a genuine sorry, my nigga. That wasn't a genuine sorry. That was not a genuine sorry. That was I got caught and I'm just panicking.
I'm sorry I got caught.
That was it.
That was nuts, bro. I'm surprised somebody didn't take his phone, his PR team, something like that was nuts.
Because they didn't know he was going to
undo that.
No, but the problem is too late to have people around you that's going to tell you about yourself, because you had yes men around yourself all this time.
Yeah.
Who's holding? Be honest, right? If he had people that's accountable, that shit would have never happened.
But that's the problem, right? How do you be accountable in a situation like that, bro? I'm his right-hand man. I'm Harv. Guess what? I'm paying 6-7 people's rent, including my own. My mama got a new car. I'm about to have a baby on the way. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, yo, people are living real life shit, and it's hard to turn away when that's how you eat. But somebody had to take the sacrifice. Somebody, one person. All it took was one. None of y'all did that?
The whistleblower, bro. The whistleblower. I'm just saying, like, it's the same shit with the R. Kelly shit. Niggas was like, yo, how many bodyguards you had around you? Nobody seen what you was doing. How many people you had at those houses where you had those girls? Nobody seen what you was doing. Nobody wanted to say, yo, you was wrong or bring that shit to light. And even after, but let's talk about.
Jazz, let's be honest though. Their moms and fathers was paying him to keep their daughters.
Nah. Listen to this, bro. Listen to this. Here's the thing. Even after niggas was getting fired, even after dudes was getting fired, because remember, a lot of them dudes got fired. You still didn't come out and say nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Now we talking what? You ain't getting no money from it. You're gonna get blacklisted. He fired you anyway. Why? Where's the principle now? Where's your morals and your principles now?
Right.
Now we're talking about the character of the person because you got fired. So now your bread train is going, and you still didn't say anything, and you still didn't. Now what?
Devil's advocate.
So you got to be careful because we don't know if they had circumvent agreements. You know, it's a slippery slope,
bro.
That shit is a slippery slope.
Let me tell you something. Hear from my mouth. I don't give a fuck what agreement. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I don't give a fuck about none of that. If I ever seen some shit going on like that, and I'm saying something, you're gonna have to do something to me. It is what it is. It is what it is.
And to that point, bro, I like what you just said. And to that point,
it is what it is.
Have certain individuals who can't even go over there to that industry, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm. You do get blackballed. You see it. You get your whistleblowers here and there, and then you get blackballed, right? And the reason it is because, and I hate to be that guy, but 9 times out of 10, when you run into a motherfucker who's in, highly weird or somewhere over there, they into something, right? And so you get blackballed as the whistleblower because they're like, well, shit, I'm not gonna hire you because I'm also doing something, and he's not gonna hire you because he's also doing something.
Yeah.
So before you know it, because it's almost the same thing with the girls they date, right? You see the same 5-10 chicks get passed around the industry.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Because it's something going on in the background that these girls are used to. Because if you bring in a new chick who's not used to this life, she might say something, she might do something, might be, you know what I mean? So I think it's the blackball effect too, man, that I'm noticing a lot of guys are like, man, I don't want to go to another industry, or this is all I know. If I say something, then
but can I ask you this question, Tay? Let me ask you this question, Tay. And I've said this shit 100 times, right? We're black already, bro. What the fuck are we talking about? We are already fucking blackballed. We're black and brown people already. How fucking much worse can it get than what they have already done to our people and our fucking culture, bro? See, we talk about the fucking line in the sand, bro. We already fucking blackballed, bro. There's already glass ceilings and all this other shit stopping us from succeeding. What the fuck? What is it going to take for us to let the fear go out the fucking window and say enough is enough, bro? I'm just asking you, bro, because you acting like we getting all these fucking special treatments and we getting all this extra shit and motherfuckers. No.
There's a small percentage.
Remember, hold on. You have to look at it like this. They don't let certain people like us in the door.
No, that's a fact.
So you could be outspoken and say what you would do, but 9 or 10 times, we talked about this earlier, how many people actually going to get in that door like you? They're going to circumvent you from the door like, now you outspoken? No, next. I need that yes man that's going to tell me like, yo, turn the other cheek. You look other way. You ain't seen shit.
You're going to make sure I don't get caught. You're going to hold me down.
I'm going to take you to that same question you asked me, right? Mm-hmm. I agree with you. I think a lot of our people have what we call the limiting belief, right?
Okay.
Like if I can't get it here, I'm not going to get it anywhere, right? And so you get some people who do have that mindset, like we already blackballed as black people, right? So if I'm getting all my money right now from black people and I get blackballed by black people, then where do I go? Right?
Message.
So that is where I think this whole thing message, especially when we talk about the limiting belief, I think that's where it comes into, because it's like, yeah, we blackball from the outside world, but if I'm cool to the culture, or if the culture got my back, right, then I can still eat. If the culture turns its back on me and I'm already blackballed just because of how I look, now you're screwed, right? And so I do think that's where a lot of them come from. Now, of course, with us, we're going to eat regardless, right? We're going to find a way to eat. We're going to go get it out the market. We're going to do what we got to do. But yeah, man, I do think that could be a big part of the blackball or limiting belief mindset that I see happening. Because you can see it in many industries, for sure, even in sports.
Yeah, man. That's why I owned everything, man. That's why I say this so much. This is why we chose marketing and branding as a category. Because it can fix and help so many different things, right? Like if he had a good brand like this, the brand is what made Puffy the superstar and the icon he is. That's why he's able to sell product. That's why he is no different between Puff Daddy and a Mickey Mouse. No difference. He was a character selling the product and selling the service. But if you have your own audience, they cannot blackball you. They will be coming to you for the bag. What's in the bag of bros? Just secure the bag. Secure the fucking bag. Get your audience. We're gonna keep partying until we get this. That's real shit.
We got, but but the problem that I have though, and I keep saying this shit is, if we don't change this shit, the problem is you think that this shit does not affect you because it's not in your immediate vicinity. This is a problem that black and brown people fucking have, man. You don't want to react because you think whatever happened was in Wisconsin or in North Carolina. You live in New York or you live in Dominican. It's not around me. It's not affecting me. No, it's not affecting you directly in the moment. But guess what? Unless you live in a fucking bubble, like I say all the time, you travel. You got family members that are still in it. You might have children that eventually you're going to let go explore the world. Now they're going to be in these different situations with these people that you thought didn't affect you directly. Now it affects you. See, I just have more of a like radical mindset, man. I'm just not. That's why I don't do a lot of shit. I'm keeping it 100 with y'all, man. I don't do a lot of crazy shit because I'm not letting a lot of crazy shit go. See, I've made that decision already. I've made that decision. Like I don't care. I'm not asking for permission. I'm just not going to accept a lot of crazy shit. That's why I've always gotten in trouble as a kid, because as soon as the crazy shit come knocking on the door, I just blow the whole fucking door off. Like, oh, you was the milkman? My fault. You're not too fucking hard. Next time. Understand what I'm saying? I'm just being real. And in the segue, look, you want to talk current events? Look at what the black guy just did with the cop, bro. Did you hear about that, Jarrett?
No, what happened? So
some guy's son got pulled over, license, registration, reached for the glove box, whatever. The cop killed the son. You know what the guy did? Guy found out the cop had a daughter. He was going to prom, went to the prom, killed the daughter.
And waited for the cops and said an eye for an eye.
See, I'm not.
Didn't hear that shit?
I'm not saying. You hear about that, Tay?
No, I ain't hear about that.
Bro, like a couple of days ago, real talk.
Just happened. Black dude, and sat there and said an eye for an eye. See, I'm not being funny. My mother was on here. Jarrett's mom, everybody, like that's the type of time I'm on. Like, you can't do nothing to my family and do some type of crazy, egregious shit to my family, and then I'm waiting for the fucking police to handle it. You're out of your mind. If you're ignorant, ignorance only understands more ignorance. That's the only thing it's gonna understand. Like when you got a motherfucker doing a bunch of dumb shit, like Diddy or whoever's doing all this shit, they only understand consequences that will shake their foundation. So now that cop killing that kid, I bet he felt a certain sort of way. Oh, I might feel bad, but it was my job. But now you feel a completely different fucking way now that your daughter's life was lost because of it. Message. See the difference? Yep. I'm just telling you. I'm just showing you something. Once we start acting as a culture where we say enough is enough, like not saying an eye for an eye, but you're going to fucking suffer the consequences for the shit that y'all doing to us. You're going to see a completely change in the fucking every industry. But because we keep being passive, like Jay said, and they're doing it on purpose with all this fucking programming, with the food, they're feminizing the fucking men. That is so we're less aggressive. They don't want motherfuckers like me. They don't want motherfuckers like I'm too aggressive. I'm too fucking of a man. I'm not putting on no fucking dress. I'm not, like we might laugh and joke, stupid shit, but I'm not, you understand? I'm not going to award show with dresses and heels on. All that shit is to fucking learn behavior. Teaching this shit in school now. You keep seeing it on every fucking commercial. Every commercial is a mixed couple. Every commercial now is gay people. Get the fuck out of here. That shit is programming.
You gotta listen to him. You can learn something.
That shit is to get you. That shit is to get you fucking demasculine. So like you're less aggressive. Right. So when all this wild shit happens, you like, oh, I'm saying it's okay. No. Enough is enough. That's all I'm saying. You understand? Because at the end of the day, Tay's successful, Jay's successful, we successful, but guess what, man? We all live on planet Earth, right? We all live on planet Earth. And guess what? Tay travels. Tay family travels. Jay, you travel. I travel. Jarrett travels. Eventually, guess what? We could all end up in the same exact fucking place. All come from different walks of life, all born differently, but end up in that moment in the same space. Now, once again, I say this shit all the time. When we in that same space, now I'm a victim to whatever Tay's mentality is. I'm a victim to whatever Jay's mentality is. You're a victim to whatever I'm feeling in the moment. So if we ain't all on the same fucking page with how we should carry ourselves across the board, we're never gonna recover from this shit. It's only gonna get worse, bro.
For sure, man. I agree with that, and I think that's been the golden ticket or the golden question for the last 60 years. How we gonna do this together, right? How we gonna be, how we gonna get everybody to participate? Because at this point, it's tough to do anything as a group that is very the numbers are small as a group, right? And so if 5% of a group start doing something, I mean, that's not enough. They wipe out that part of the group and then business as usual, right? So, I mean, that's always been my question, man. What is it going to take? I don't know if it's a certain button that they're going to push eventually and the whole fucking world wake up. I don't know what it is, man, but I'm interested to see how this is going to play out for sure.
It's definitely gonna play out because everything is being separated. The atmosphere is already set, and it's a divide. It's always been divide and conquer. So it's gonna be you on this side and this side. Mm-hmm. And I just feel like in the entertainment industry in that realm, it's like you're gonna have the people that are going to agree with the bullshit, and then you're gonna have people outside of it that's not. So I just feel like eventually you're gonna have where it's gonna be like, you know what? We represent this, and a lot of people fall victim to these circumstances because the opportunities that exist now didn't exist. We talked about that earlier, right? You can make money without having to do corporate, if that's what we want to call it, right? You can find a way to be. We talked about it. Dot asked us, what's your fuck you money, right? What is it to you, right? So we have the ability now to be able to put ourselves in a position to do the things that we want to do to take care of our family without having to fucking suck up or be in a position where you're compromising your integrity, you're compromising your values and who you really are.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, it's going to help us. You're going to have more and more people that's going to say, you know what? I'm going to go this direction. I'm going to go over here.
But I want to say, I like what Cool was saying. If we considered ourselves a nation, we take heinous incidents as a declaration of war. Absolutely. But where do we start? We don't have an organization right now. We don't have no Black Panthers. Even our Black Lives Matter shit is corrupted, right? This shit that happened that's fucking heinous. Right in our block, Cool. Let's talk about it. On 3rd Avenue, the lady getting roped on 152nd and 3rd Avenue. We couldn't even come together on shit like that. Why is this motherfucker still outside?
Right.
Well, you on mute, bro.
Nah, they went wild for that.
No, I thought they arrested the other dude. I didn't see them catch the dude.
No, but I'm just saying, when they thought that was the dude, you ain't see that nigga was fighting the cops and all that. They went wild.
That's reactive versus us being proactive.
No, but you can't be proactive to something that you don't know is gonna happen when people are already suffering from mental illnesses and things of that nature. But if you have something in place where people know the consequence of their actions, then they'll think twice about doing shit, right? So absolutely. Remember look, perfect example. Remember the kid that just killed the twins, right? Tried to holler at him, stabbed him up inside the deli, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now imagine, right? We're talking to kid again. Because he thinks that shit was cute, right? Because the homies is laughing and joking, but because there was no fear there. Now here's real fear. If he felt like if I do something to any one of these young women, not only are they gonna come do something to me, whoever,
right?
My family's not safe. Like, do you understand? Like, if fear was in him, I guarantee you that never happens. Because not only are we gonna do something to you, but then we're gonna go and do the same thing you did to them to your whole entire family. See, I'm just telling you, bro.
You know what it is? It's also the power of the community. Unfortunately, 70s, 80s, we had that impact. But if you look at the Italian community, you're not going into no Jewish or Italian community without thinking about the consequences, about what's going to happen to you. In our communities, it's like whatever.
Everybody for themselves, Jay.
That's what I was getting ready to bring up, right?
Yeah.
So the one thing that even I struggle with, right?
Mhm.
In our community, there is no respect of a hierarchy.
Yeah.
Facts.
And
Facts.
so
Dog eat
everybody
dog.
want to be the man, first of
Yup.
all, right? So if we had to run something like that, somebody got to write a check. If we gonna rally, if we gonna do this and that, somebody got to feed all these motherfuckers, right? Somebody got to feed them. Somebody got to pay for travels. Somebody got to do, especially if you full time on the line, you're not working, right?
That's a fact.
Somebody got to fund it.
Message.
The unfortunate part behind that is all the motherfuckers who's supposed to be falling in line so that the person who is going to fund it can take care of business, they gunning for his seat.
Talk about it, bro.
Right? And that's what I've noticed personally.
Yeah, man.
So yeah, man, like, and I'm not even just saying that on no because I think it was a great idea or a great comment where he's like, yeah, we build up as a nation, we could, consider a declaration of war, yada yada yada, cool.
Yeah.
But I can't even give motherfuckers jobs.
Ooh, Lord.
Like I can't even give them jobs.
Yeah.
Like right now, I need things done, right? But I know if I let certain people get close and you do the job long enough, you'll start looking at what I'm doing and you'll start trying to make what I'm making doing the same fucking job. Right? And so like, bro, it's crazy. Like, it's very tough to find people who just want to play the part. Like, bro, I got you. Do this job for me, and then we can talk about leveling up later.
But
Right?
how do you vet that right now? As you currently say, how do you vet that, bro? How do you deal with that? How do you vet the right person? What does the vetting process look like?
It's tough. And so that's a good question, man, because a lot of the stuff that, not just me and my wife, we deal with when we're trying to find, because we want to keep the money in our, in our circles. We want to keep the money in the family, right? But the thing that we're finding out is if you're too close to the family, right, you're entitled. And so it's like, I'm your cousin, I'm your brother, I'm your dad, I'm this. You should just give me the money for just being family. And it's like,
Hate it.
right? These motherfuckers are literally like entitled to the money just because of some type of bloodline. And I'm like, where, especially as a man, what the fuck does that exist?
Right.
Like, if you a man, you got to go get to it. I don't care what your brother, sister, cousin, uncle, mama, daddy did. You still got to go get to the money. You have to do a job, right? That's the number one thing that I've noticed is very tough, man. And trying to vet that, you can't go too close to the family because they won't work. They'll show up late. They'll do certain things. And as they show up late, they'll still expect what they're owed.
Entitlement.
Yeah, because they're entitled. Then if you go outside the family, and once again, personal experience, you go outside the family, you bring them in, you pay them good. I used to ask my people, how much you want to get paid? Like, hey, here's how much. I'll give you a great example. My camera guy. I had a full-time camera guy, videographer. He edited everything. He did everything. I said, look, how much were you making last year at this job right here? Oh, I was making, let's just say 100K a year. I said, okay, cool. I'll double it. I said, can you do good on that and do right by me, knowing that I'm going to pay you more than anybody else is going to pay? Yeah, cool. Right? And things go well for a while, and then he goes rogue. And so it's just one of those things, man, that like, yeah, you treat people too nice and they turn on you anyway.
I think that's the greed. I think that's the greed part, though, Tay. Like, I'm not being funny, bro, but I think that's the greed, and I think that's the miseducation or misinformation that we're not getting from children coming up to understand that. Once again, right? Look, bro, Tay, you might be great at what you do. I might be, like Jay said, I might be great at something else. Jay might be great at something else. Jarrett great at something else. But we still can all work together. And if we work together like other coaches do, let's say we wanted to build you first, Tay. If all four of us work together, we'd have you built in 1 fucking year. But because we don't work together, it'll take you 10 fucking years by yourself. You understand? Instead of the 1 year to get you on point, then we do the same thing to Jay. Now Jay's in. Then we do the same thing to Jarrett. Then he's in. Then we do the same. And in 4 years, we all in position that it wouldn't have been one person in 10 years.
Message.
coaches do this shit like fucking clockwork. It's embedded into them. But everybody, again, I blame society for the misinformation of the reality of what's going on. Yo, Tay, I swear to God, on God, bro.
I gotta stop you right. I don't blame society.
Okay.
I feel that until us as a community, we gotta accept our own responsibilities. We gotta come to the understanding that we have to learn ourselves. We keep blaming the outside. That shit is inside.
Okay, it's not society. I will say this. It's not society.
It's not? You don't think so?
I wouldn't say it's society. I would say it's the culture that we're creating.
Right.
So, for example,
internally,
you just mentioned, hey, we focus on one, we build you up. We focus on the next one, we build you up. The first thing that came in my mind is, which one of these motherfuckers gonna run off on the plug?
Message.
Which one? Why? Because that shit is in our songs. Ran off on the plug. Like it's through what we built. We built it.
Facts.
You know what I mean? And then we decide who we champion. So if somebody talking about running off on the plug, we champion that motherfucker and we bang the song over and over and over again, almost putting the message in your head. And so once again, you thinking, bro, that song just about the streets. That's about drugs and the plugs over there in that world. But then you come over here and try to build with 4 motherfuckers or whoever, right? And somebody thinking about that song like, shit, I just run off, right?
But what is that? But what is that then, Tay? If you're a child, any child, black, yellow, green, brown, doesn't matter. Before you can develop the mental ability to understand what you're actually learning, you have already been programmed to learn and move a certain way. Do we disagree with that?
Agreed.
Tell me what child is born anywhere, but before you can even speak, you're taught by the people around you. That is society, right? You are given a moral foundation, spirituality, religion. You're given everything before you even understand how you're being programmed. Now,
I'll say this.
Okay.
Well, I'll say this, bro. So I don't know who it was. I think it was one of the Blue Pill River. One of them, they put up a poster not too long ago, and it was like, keep your little gang banging kids away from my nerds. Right?
Okay.
I'm building nerds over here. I'm building a different type of child over here.
Okay.
Keep your gang banging ass kids away from my children, right? So I hear you about society, and I don't disagree totally about the society thing. But for me personally, I think the culture, because you have cultures and then subcultures, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Of a country, then you have a culture of a people, then you have a country of a family.
That's a fact.
Then you have a culture of a household. So
that's a fact.
So the reason why I'm saying this is because there are certain things right now, like I'm ratchet, bro. Y'all know that. Like I done listen to all the crazy music, whatever. My son don't listen to that shit.
Absolutely.
Okay. Right. And so I'm controlling what's out there in society. I'm controlling the culture, though, that the Sweat family has right here.
Well, you're controlling what you can control within your household, because once your son leaves out, if he hears something playing on the radio or he's driving in the school bus and somebody else, you cannot control everything.
Look, that's the point I wanted to make too. I want to that because let's just say you do grow up in a house, because I grew up in a household where it was nothing about, it was strict, right?
Right.
So what happens is that you got to expose them. Like I try to expose my children to as much as, so we can create dialogue, so they can be open to discuss and talk to me about it, so we can build that trust. Because what happens to a child that doesn't have a Tay Sweat, doesn't have a J Mogul, doesn't have a Jarrett or a Chad as a father, right? And they grow up and they actually become immune to society, right? Now we're giving them an excuse to say they can't change because you're programmed already. And that's the state of our culture right now, where everybody's like, oh, it's because you're programmed already, it's over. No, we have to take accountability and say, you know what? I can change 30 years old, 40 years old, 50 years old, 60 years old. I just got to want to do it. And I got to go do the research. I got to invest in the coaches. I got to use my resources so that I can become better.
Message.
And I want to say something about that too. That was a great point, right? And so, Chad, to answer that question about the whole society thing, where it's like you can teach them whatever you want in the household, which is their foundation, right? Strong foundation built. You should be good out there in society.
Facts.
The one, I'm gonna go extreme with it, right? And I'm gonna say pause before we get there. All right.
I'm gonna get that so you can do the clip. I'm gonna get that out the way.
Pause before we even get there. All right?
I keep it up.
But think about this, bro. So you had a foundation built long time ago. Society has changed, and it's kind of cool to be a little feminine nowadays. It's kind of cool to put on a skirt. It's kind of cool to, you see what I'm saying? But you have a foundation built that society don't affect you, right? No matter what's going on out there,
right?
You got a whole different mindset because of how you were built.
Right.
You've been saying it this whole time. We built different. Right?
But see, that's the key though, Tay. Here's the acknowledgement. That's what I was getting to when I was saying to you about building within the community.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the story I was going to tell you. People don't understand about everybody's built differently, right? And I've said this shit 100,000 times. Like Shaq was born to be fucking Shaq, bro. Even if he didn't play basketball, he's still 7 feet, 300 fucking pounds. We are not all that. Every man's, made equal, built. That's bullshit.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
People have strengths and people have weaknesses, right? It is up to us to start building on our strengths and acknowledging our weaknesses, and then you will have less fuckery, right? I had a dude, this is real. Jay, just so I don't know if you know this about me, but I was in the music industry for a very, very long time. Okay. I don't know if you know this about me. Jarrett knows. I used to fuck with Irv and DM Rough Riders. I've been in music long time, right? So I had a dude, and I the whole time, because it didn't take off the way we needed, I was working 9 to 5, I was doing construction. I lived on Webb 169. I was the only motherfucker on 169 with $100,000 cars parked across the street from the projects. I lived in a tenement, but I was across the street from the projects.
That's a fact, though.
That's 500 motherfucking Range Rover. I'm talking early 20s, bro. The only nigga in the hood with the Denali when it like that, right? I had a dude come up to me and be like, yo, you acting like you doing all this, nigga. You work 9 to 5. Yo, I almost passed out. I said, hold on. Yo, Jay, I almost passed out. I said, I'm lost. I'm lost. You live across the street with your mother in the projects. You're a grown-ass man. I live by myself with my kid. I got $200,000-$300,000 cars outside. Nigga, I live a life that you don't even imagine. And I'm not doing good. His message to me was, I'm not doing good because I work a 9 to 5. And I was like, you are so retarded that now I understand why you still live with your mother at 20-something, 30-something years old. You understand? You understand what I'm saying? Like, because mentally you're retarded because you don't even understand reality. You understand? Some of the most wealthiest people in the world work 9 to 5s for companies and built companies. What the fuck are you even talking about? Stop listening to rap. Stop watching all these fucking music videos. And what you're doing is devaluing success. That's the key. Stop devaluing success. That's why we keep saying celebrate your small successes on this show and support each other. If Tay come to me and say, yo, listen, I need you to do this. We negotiate a price. That's the fucking price. And believe we gonna do whatever Tay need us to do to the best of our ability, and then we gonna put some more cream on top of. No, hold on, let me say that.
Yo, it was the cream like that though. I wasn't even I was gonna let you go.
I knew what I fucked up. I knew what I did. We gonna put some extra sauce on. Pause. No, we gonna put some extra sauce on top of this shit. You know why? Because when we talk about being built different, right? When we talk about being built different, I understood at a young age what my position was, and I played that shit. And when I was able to put myself in a different position, then I did so. But what I never did was try to take somebody else's position just because I was envious of it. We got to get that jealousy and that envy shit out of our. That shit is dangerous, bro. It's a fucking. That's the biggest cancer in the world in our community. It's the jealousy and the fucking envy. If Tay is doing this thing, congratulations to Tay. If Tay fucking gives me an opportunity to make $200,000, listen to what that man said. He said to you verbatim, "How much do you make?" He said $100,000. Right now, The poverty level in New York City is $20,000 to $25,000. I think the average income is like 40. This man is
40.
offering you 200. You see
5
what I'm saying?
times the average.
You understand? 5
5
times the
times
average
median.
and double with your last employee. He didn't say take it to be like, I'm gonna give you 125. I'm gonna give you a 25. How about this?
110.
You understand? Take it to be like, yo, I'm gonna give you your salary and I'm gonna throw you 15 up front just to show you. You understand? And throw you a vacation. He didn't do that. You see what he did? He said, nah, I'm not only gonna fucking look out for you, I'm gonna double your fucking salary. Now we talked about Jay, the ripple effect in society when somebody fucks up at a certain level, how it can jade companies going down. You heard what Tay just said. I said it 20 minutes ago. Diddy's ripple effect is gonna fucking screw everybody over because now anybody that wants a champagne company or a liquor brand or a clothing brand or anything, once he fucked it up, now when we go to get there, even if we're a different motherfucker, if he had to fight 20 battles to get there, we're gonna have to fight 100 fucking battles to get there.
Absolutely. And now
that's kind of why I disagree, because I feel like now we have the ability as entrepreneurs to put ourselves on. And I feel like if anything we can do, we got to continue to put ourselves in position.
But everybody can't be Jay. The way the world works, like think about this. Let me put it to you this way. If everybody could be an entrepreneur, right? If everybody's a boss, who the fuck is a worker?
No, I get it.
You understand what I'm saying?
You talking about a boss move though.
No, but I'm just.
You talking about owning a liquor company? I'm just saying. You said owning.
No, yeah, but I'm just saying in general, bro. What I'm saying in general is everything in life has to have levels. It's just mandatory to the way society has to run, right? Like if Tay need that fucking blue Lamborghini washed, somebody got to fucking own the car wash, but somebody got to wash the fucking Lamborghini. Somebody got to drive the Lamborghini. Somebody got to Tay ain't gassing his own Lamborghini. Gas this motherfucker up. This is what I'm saying, right? It's about understanding your position and just doing the best that you can. And then if you want to elevate, then making a move to elevate, but you don't have to snake the motherfucker on top of you to elevate. That's all I'm saying, bro.
That's the worst, especially like you said, there's not too many in our community. First of all, I've never heard a story where a black man goes to another black person and say, I'm gonna double your salary. I've never heard that in my life. I've never heard it in my life, and it's the first time on this fucking show. So now you go snake them, you go rogue, and now the next person I want to put on, guess what? It may not look like us. Now I'm vetting you twice as hard. Now I'm doing the full background check. I'm asking your mama, your grandmama, and them.
Yep.
It's like, yeah, and that's a fact. Cool, everybody can't go. But when you have a good heart, like a brother like Tay, that want to put people on, what the fuck? Now I don't want to have to vet 20 different. I should be able to trust my people. You gonna hold me down? Oh, we got this, right? I got a position.
Hey, I got to get out of here, but I want to say one more thing.
Yeah, go ahead, Tay.
Because this is what's happening in the dating world. So for anybody, because I'm sure somebody's thinking like, well, man, you got to keep trying. You got to keep, don't let that one person jade, the issue, or don't make that issue affect the rest of the people. We want to make some money too, right? Well, the same thing that's happening in the dating world is you get fucked over by one of our women, right? And now you got passport bros going to Colombia, right? It's the same thing. You got screwed over once and it messed it up for the rest of them that looked like that. So you went to a whole nother country to get what you wanted, right? And so don't get me wrong. I'm still, I'm on the team to say, look, we gotta keep going, right? We got to keep trying to work through the issues instead of just jumping and going to somebody else or going to another culture. Yes. But for the people who are, I always say you have a protagonist and an antagonist, right? And so you got the person saying, man, I got screwed over on this deal, so I don't know. You always want to have the other person who says, well, don't give up, right? Before you say that, ask yourself, after Shaquisha broke your heart, did you go to Rosa, right? Or did you go get you a Lakeisha? Because most motherfuckers go from Lakeisha to Rosa.
To Mary.
To Mary, right? No, I'm trying to be nice. They go all the way to the other side, right?
Mary.
So that's what I always tell my people when they like, no, bro, give it another chance. I'll look at who you dating. I say, well, did you give it another chance, motherfucker? Because you sitting with Mary right now, right? So yeah, man, it's happening on all levels. And so the goal is to find the people who are subscribing to the right or to the similar culture, because there's different cultures inside of culture and subcultures, right? So I might be hip hop, but I might not be trap music, right? So hip hop,
drill,
right? I might not be drill, right?
Yeah.
Hey, Jay, we just talked about this on the class. I was like, look, I like a different vibe, that's might be hip hop or Afrobeat or something. But if you drill, I can't rock with you because I can't let my son listen to it, and I definitely don't want to hear that shit, right? So, yeah, man, it's about being in a culture that has a better subculture, and it's giving a better message. So,
and let me just add this to you, Tay.
Yeah. But I was gonna say before you go though.
Yeah,
I was gonna say before you go though, Tay. I just want to shout you out for coming through, bro. But also, man, I see all the rankings. I want to shout you out, congratulate you, bro. I saw you was the top trader in the world, as top stock trader. Please let the people know, man. Black man is the first trader in the month.
That's my coach. That's my coach.
All I want to say is this to you, Tay, and what you said. I just want to piggyback. All them motherfuckers that did that thought it was going to be different over there, you end up going through the same shit or worse over there. Now what? Now what?
Message.
Now what? That's all I want to say to that. So you thought the grass was green over there, and you end up going through some more shit, the same shit, and even worse shit over there.
Facts.
Now what?
Thanks.
Nigga says, keep sweat your uncle. No, I said that on the first episode. I thought you trying to take my joke.
Yeah, come on.
What's up?
Now, I'm gonna get on Hayes' ass now. So you be talking shit, Hayes. If you was paying attention to the episode, you'd know we asked him that on the first time we interviewed him, motherfucker.
Word.
Now, listen, I want to say this, Tay, for real. Like my cousin said, man, I want to say thank you, bro, because I'm telling you, like, I'm 44, bro. I ain't never in my fucking life heard of a guy give a guy opportunity and double his fucking salary. I've never even heard of no shit like that, bro. So I just want to say thank you for even having that fucking mindset to not only take a chance on a person, but give them a for real opportunity and show them that you value what they bring to the table, and give them an incentive to say, now money is not a problem. You should be able to work hard.
I can be honest with you, right? I can attest that every single day of that I've been a part of Secure the Bag, Coach always over delivers, and he's adamant about what he does and for our culture, for period in general.
There it is.
It's like the same concept he gave him, he give us every day.
That's what's up.
He's open to his students. He's open, and you don't find too many entrepreneurs and CEOs that's in position like him. You gotta usually deal with the dun. Like, yo, you gotta talk to the little guy. You feel what I'm saying? And he to be accessible when he don't got to. You gotta get this man his flowers. Like,
absolutely.
He's doing something that I haven't seen. I know a lot of successful people. He's doing things that I haven't seen done, and he's actually he's a moniker of what we talked about earlier about us getting in position, being successful, and staying the same, staying the course. You're looking at him right now. You're looking at a 7-8 individual that get on the live with us and chop it up.
And got text the same day. Ty text the same day. Hit him up 12 afternoon. He said, yo, bro, I'll pull up. I got some shit. Let me move some shit. I'll come around even for 5-10 minutes, bro. It's love.
And any of y'all motherfuckers out there that's thinking about switching and doing all this other shit because you was hurt, I got one message for you, and be clear.
Reverse it. Don't be pussy whip. Whip that pussy. Look.
Yo, listen, I love this episode. I want to thank Tay for coming out, man. I want to thank Jay Mogul for coming out, man.
Love you, bro.
Yo, I got a message. I'm taking this message away from both of you guys. And this is gonna be my message, and I'm telling you, I'm gonna use this message as a culture. We are gonna start over fucking delivering. That's it. Fuck that bullshit. We're gonna start over delivering, bro, because we need to fucking constantly show that we're gonna fucking push through this shit, and we're gonna over deliver and show you that the quality is there, so that we don't have to jade anybody else, so that we stop cutting off our own fucking opportunities, man. Only on More Than the Title you see shit like this, man. Message, man.
That's
over delivering.
And then tomorrow, y'all, you already know, 2:30 special episode. We got Joshua Ott, head of revenue of the Shade Room. Y'all want to know how they make money, monetize their platform, how to build a faceless page, and how they control the culture by building a brand on a national and global level? Pull up tomorrow, man. We're gonna keep it real, man. Only on More Than the Title. You know the vibes. You dig? We out there. We see y'all next week. Y'all be
about me, seen it all, heard it all. Oh, what you know about all.